church house, candles burning bright. Preacher man said, trust me now, don't question what's right. He ignored the stars above them, the earth beneath their feet, clinging to their faith, but won't let truth compete. The textbook sat unopened, dust upon the page. They traded facts for stories that'll never age. The fossils in the hillside, they don't wanna know. Cover them with sermons, hope the doubt won't show. Oh, how they pray and close their eyes so tight, denying what's in front of them, holding on tonight. The world is wide and wondrous, but it's lost to their decree. They choose the simple answers and the truth they'll never see. The oceans rise and tremble, the fields begin to fade. The voices of the scientists grow softer every day. Spinning truth round the axis, that's a factual ride. Flirts fumbling hard, trying to run and hide. We got that gravity pulling, you just drifting through. Science slaps empirical, stick to the glue. Round pound, sharper minds, we probe for the real. History stacked tall, experiments that seal. Curious minds, globe-trot evidence rolls deep. While flirts count shadows, we night sky sweep. Emeritus Stanley's flex with them shadow lines. Measured Earth's curve, no conspiracy signs. Dropping mics like Newton when his apple fell. Maths to beat, y'all theory stale like a cell. Foucault's pendulum swinging to expose. Rotation so true, no flurf can oppose. Telescopes beaming, Copernican frames. Centuries stacking, flirts out of their games. Round pound, sharper minds, we probe for the real. History stacked tall, experiments that seal. Curious minds, globe-trot evidence rolls deep. While flirts count shadows, we night sky sweep. Launching satellites, proof in the pics. Flirts screaming tricks, we dropping data bricks. Physics and logic on a level supreme. It's a curved reality, splitting flirt dreams. Launching satellites, proof in the pics. Flirts screaming tricks, we dropping data bricks. Physics and logic on a level supreme. It's a curved reality, splitting flirt dreams.
Hey people, how's it going? Welcome in to Katie Bunks. Nice to see everybody there. Hey Lindsay, nice to see you there. Oh, he said he had to pick somebody up. All right, well, that's okay, that's okay. Yeah, I noticed he was going through live. I'm gonna start at the beginning though. I knew he said he had 5 minutes, so I thought I'm just gonna start back at the beginning. I don't know if I'll get through the whole stream. It looks like it's about a 3-hour stream, if I'm not mistaken here. Yeah, so is it 2.5 hours? Yeah, so I probably won't get through it. But we'll pick up as much as we can. We'll go through it. I did obviously catch the end. I was watching a little bit to see him talking to Dapper Dino and stuff like that. So yeah, that was interesting. It's nice to see that Mikey was back. I was actually getting a little bit worried, funny enough. I'm not a horrible person. I do actually, and I hadn't seen him for about a month. I thought after that CSA loss and him getting ordered to pay like $750. I mean, you know, like I knew I was worried about Mikey. I was worried that when he lost his case, we all knew he was going to lose it. You know, we knew he wasn't going to win this case. That he was going to it could hit him hard. Now it could have hit him harder because he could have got like 1,200 or more. But I got a kitty now. Hello, kitty. So yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I feel sorry for him too. Like I said, we did also try to warn him. I think didn't Brenda? No. Astra Kate offered to pay him like $80 if he like just dropped the case and walked away. And he went with it. So yeah, dog and the cat are playing. The cat's going up here for safety. cat's going here for safety because my dog's decided he's going to try to be up on the cat. Leave the cat alone. Leave it. So, I have a kitty who's come for safety. Hopefully, everybody can still hear me because I'm a bit further away. All right. So, yeah. Nice catches. So, just a couple of quick things here, just to draw. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to the channel. Click the like button if you haven't hit the like yet, and yeah, share it out if you want. Hey, Sean Hawkins, nice to see you. How's it going there, buddy? Yeah. So also at the bottom here, just do this once. I have my GoFundMe for a bigger, better telescope to make flat earthers cry. So if anybody has a few dollars laying around that you wouldn't mind donating to collecting some flat earth tears, then I'd be more than willing to. I'd be so happy and so grateful if you could anything you could spare. And also fun. And I'm gonna start doing some astrophotography lives and stuff like that. There's observatory not too far from me that the parking lot's open 24/7. That can go there. So we'll start doing some of those. But in the meantime, let's get on with checking out Mikey Smith. So like I say, just went off, as Lindsay Bo said, just went off his live stream. So we're gonna check from the beginning here, and I'm gonna see what's going on because I haven't seen him for a while. So let's see what kind of fun we have here. Now I'm gonna turn Mikey up a little bit. Come on, there, settings. This I know he's not the fastest talker, so we'll go with that and see how that works. All right, let's go.
All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, dogs and cats, horses and cows, monkeys and cows, monkeys and apes, goldfish and sharks, and whatever else is out there. Ants and uncles? No, just kidding. Ants and bugs. Maybe we can call bugs, horseflies, uncles, because we have ants. And then
coffee here, sweetened with flat earth tears, as always. I have endless supply always coming in, so might as well use it.
we'll just do ants and uncles, right? All right, we are going to be doing some house cleaning today on YouTube. I'm going to warn you, if you are a complete moron and disrespect the truth, you will be dealt with, okay? So moving on from that, that is going to be your choice, not mine. And in relation to people thinking what they know about me or assuming, you may want to talk to me person to person in relation to what I know, not what I believe, okay? So
what's the problem there, Mikey? Is that we do question what you actually know. I think most of the stuff is what you believe, buddy.
I don't believe in God. I know there's a creator because I have recorded the firmament. So I don't know if you people out there with beliefs get like those chills running.
He believes he's recorded the firmament, and he believes in his deity, that whatever it is, because I don't think he actually subscribes to any particular theology. I think he kind of gravitates towards kind of the Christian sort of way, but he doesn't actually say he is on one, exactly what religion he subscribes to.
Running through your body. I would probably guess you don't, because I go out and I actually speak to the creator because I know where he is. This is not a theory of mine. I actually know, and I've actually recorded his handiwork. What have you done other than nothing, I guess? Anyways, moving on. So we have, I'm going to give you some advice on, I guess, if you want to know anything about the Canadian Space Agency lawsuit, you might want to talk to me because I'm the one suing Canadian Space Agency. And no,
he's not anymore. That case got dismissed, thrown out, and a judgment was already passed. He's not suing the Canadian Space Agency, and we can look this up. Unfortunately, Mikey doesn't realize, or he denies it. The fact is that people have already looked up and found the court, the transcripts and the final judgment from the court. So this is something that has already been, we've just waited to the source, being the Federal Court of Canada, and people have already gone and got got the information. So we know. So we don't have to go through Mikey, because Mikey's going to obviously have his own bias on what he thinks, and he doesn't have the best handle on law, so it's quite a complicated thing. And Mikey's, not the best authority on actually even on his own court case.
It is not at an end. For those of you who know nothing about law,
It is. We've already seen it. Case dismissed. It was a vexatious litigant, and it was just had unfounded. He had no proof, evidence, or anything to substantiate his claim. So case was dismissed, and he was ordered to pay $750 or about that. Yeah. Mr. Matt Butt, hi, how's it going? Nice to see you in there. Golden Skeptic, hey buddy, how's it going? I'm on Bakes Cakes, nice to see you in there.
In Canada, you obviously don't know the facts, okay? So if you want to know anything about the lawsuit, I would highly recommend asking me questions or watching me, not second or third party information from 15 other YouTube channels.
Well, that's what we're here for, actually. I'm actually here because I want to see Mikey's take on it. So.
Yeah, I guess if you want to talk to a doctor about brain surgery, you don't talk to your brother or your husband or your wife. You go talk to a brain
Unless they're a neurologist, and you do.
Surgeon about it, right? At least that's what I would. I wouldn't go talk to a mechanic and then ask what maybe the mechanic's brother is a brain surgeon, but I don't talk to the brother of the surgeon who's a mechanic. Oh, how do you perform brain surgery? So the mechanic, just because he knows a brain surgeon, he's going to know how to do brain surgery?
Yeah, but we'd go to a lawyer or go to the court transcripts to see what the case of what the outcome was, which is what people have already done. Why would you go to a fly earther who I think maybe he drove truck years and years ago, did long haul in Western Canada, and now is a cheap taxi service for his neighbors, and that he sits and does stuff for the flat earth. Why would you go to a flat earther to find out what happened in a court case? Somebody who couldn't even put together a court case. Why would you do that? So why would you go to Mikey to find out the court proceedings, which just goes to the court, which is what has been done? I've got some of the transcripts on my phone as well. I've already looked them up. I know it. I already read through it. So
I don't know, man. Hey, if you guys want to put out theories about me and the lawsuit, like I said, guys, this is going out to the truthers. If you want to feed the fire, continue on with your YouTube channel then. If you want to put the fire out and move on forward, you actually get off your asses and do something, okay? I will not shut up about that because nobody is actually doing anything. You have not proven to me that you are doing anything. If your country was going to go to war and you had to literally dress and put your little panties on today and go and fight war for your country, do you meet up with your buddies at the coffee shop?
my buddies, probably my buddies are either ex-military or they've trained in different things. So yeah, we probably would, but that's a different situation. Let's just not go with there. Golden's because the very fact that even brought the case shows he knows half naff all about law. Exactly, Golden Skeptic. Yeah, that is a very good point.
And talk about what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and your strategy. Or are you just going to go do it? Or maybe you don't have enough strength in your legs to even get off your ass. I have no idea. This is you. This is me. Okay. I'm going to fight for the humanity. That's what I'm doing because I give a flying patoot about humanity. I don't think you do. You need to provide proof that you do. Okay. Now, moving on with this live stream. Again, we're only going to talk about facts during this live stream. We will talk about the lawsuit that is still going because there are some people that think it has come to an end. They know nothing. They don't even know where they live. So I don't even know what to say to those people. Where is my little sheet that I got from the lawyer because I had a lawyer's appointment on Monday. Oh, isn't that interesting? Just give me a second here. Stretch my legs, and I got to think of where. That's the other one. I haven't even sent that yet. Holy cow, man! There's a few things I got to do now. Where did that piece of paper go? It was on a clipboard, wasn't it? Oh, here it is. Oh, that's the old one. I wasn't planning on showing you guys, but I guess I won't. I guess.
Yeah, that's true, Golden Gift Skeptic. Mikey wouldn't know a fact if it smacked him in the face.
Oh well. Yeah. And just in case for those people who do not pay attention, there is a statue of Jesus and Mary there. Who would have thought? And it's been sitting there or wherever it's been sitting. I moved it because I was doing some cleaning. I don't know. You guys are you're not thinking.
Or maybe he does prescribe to
And that was given to me.
Maybe Mikey does prescribe to like the Catholic or Christian belief system. Oh, there you are. David says like he's interested in losing another $600 apparently. Yeah, I would say I'm surprised that a lawyer's office is even touching this. I mean, I suppose the one he went to is just doing pro bono. Weren't they just helping him fill out the paperwork? They're not actually taking the case on. I don't think they take this case on. They take one look at it and realize it's not worth it. But yeah, that's interesting. If I was his lawyer, and after seeing this and looking into it, which isn't that hard, I'd probably be asking him to start working up a bit of dosh. Yeah, that could be, come on. I need some sort of what they call it when you put somebody on a retainer. I'd be like, all right, Mikey, I want a retainer here. You gotta start forking over some money if you want me to start doing stuff and help you with this BS, because it's just a lost case, right? I'm not putting my name on any of this.
Since I was like, what, 5 years old, 6 years old? I don't know. I've had it for a long time. Anyways, let's go to the chat. We've got Stone Monkey. We got Bed 6. We got ZH Kane. We got Dr. We do have a doctor in the house, just in case we do want to do brain surgery. Zep. Roger. We got, hey, it's Oz.
Mikey does realize not all doctors are neurologists, right? Like not all doctors do brain surgery. I mean, like a general practitioner or like a family doctor may have the very, very basics of kind of how your brain works, but if he came in and was complaining of having like, grand mal seizures or something like that, he'd be, yep, go see a specialist. Bye. Like, I know that's bad. Cool. A golden skeptic says, I think the lawyer who took on this case only did it so he had some great stories to tell at the parties. Yeah, well, I wouldn't doubt if Mikey Smith is definitely, there's been a few laughs at his expense at the office Christmas party this year for the lawyer's office. Yeah, you're probably right.
The real Joe King. Highly doubt it. So, I need that paper. Where is it? Because there's things on there I need to. Do I have it written down? Somewhere? What the hell? Give me a second. That. So I'm sending in my response. Not my response. My.
His response. What response? There's nothing to respond to. The case has been closed. Mikey, get a clue, buddy. Like, the case has been closed. The case has been dismissed, okay? Look it up. Dismissal. When a case is dismissed from the court, it's done. The court has deemed the case to have no validity to it, and the judge has made a ruling that there's no case, that all your claims had no validity. You showed no evidence. You couldn't, and the chances of your case even having success in the courts to even formulate any kind of a reasonable response or a defense, or in your case, be having action to prove, wasn't deemed to be high enough. It was deemed to be such a low chance of having anything to go forward. They spent just wasting court's time. Boom. And then they said he has to pay to cover legal costs. That was it. The case is closed, Mikey. Just get a clue, buddy. It's done. It's over. Move on. Right? This all you're gonna do is you're flogging a dead horse at this point, buddy. You really are. Because it's, man, somebody needs to sit down and explain it to him. Somebody he trusts. Maybe, I don't know, maybe his lawyers will sit down and look at it and go, like, you know, it's been dismissed already. Is this going to get dismissed again? Do you really want to go through with this?
Moving shit. Maybe it's...
Where's that case number?
I was so organized for this stream. Oh, I bet you it's over here. I know where it is. All right. Now I'm ready. It just moved further south, just like what the sun does, right?
Zach hides like, it is over until Mikey says it's over. Well, yeah, at least in his head. Lindsay Bo's like, give him a chance. He's appealing to authority. Yeah, that is true. As false as it is. And Golden Skeptic, they threw it up because Mikey had nothing. Case dismissed. And that was it. Everything Mikey claimed, he had no evidence of it. And anything that he could claim on the grounds on, that was it. It was just it was pointless, buddy. Absolutely pointless.
I did a little drawing of how I think the stars are working. Actually, I'm going to be doing a clay model of one very soon. Next week, I'm going to the city. I'm going to get some clay. Or Play-Doh clay, yeah, and I'm going to kind of reconstruct how I think the stars look, even though I already know how they look, but I'm going to make a model of one. Been doing a lot of brain thinking here, and so
oh dear.
I went over my...
Please, Mikey, don't strain yourself, buddy. You're going to hurt yourself, all right? Just take it easy. Ease yourself into it.
Second Star Sirius. I did not do that when I first did it. I went through the video of it in slow-mo, but I didn't put it onto CapCut, which blew my mind away. Okay, so because CapCut allows you to slow it down frame by frame, stretch out those seconds, and okay, a lot of crazy stuff going on. Anyways, we will review those.
Mikey, do you realize that's editing, right? You're editing the video. You're editing your photos. You know, the things you accuse Globers and NASA of doing. You are doing yourself. So you are doing the exact thing that you claim falsifies all of these pictures of stars, everything you claim that my pictures are, which all I do is I use stuff that enhances and brings it out a little bit. Like I use like different programs that show photography. I do stacking to stack all the images on, and then I do stuff that's kind of help bring it out. Like I know what I've seen there, and it's just help enhance. But it's the data. I have the data there is the data there. But I don't claim I don't do that. I'm very clear that I do that. I show and I say, yeah, I use this. I use things like Registacks. I use things like AutoStacker. I that's kind of part of the process. So, but so you do the exact same thing that you claim NASA's doing, except for you using CapCut, which isn't even the program meant for that. Is that Mikey's audio is a bit low? Okay. All right. Thanks for that, Lindsay. I'll sort that out here. Just a second. Where is it? I'll let me know if that's any better. I turned it up a little bit. I have a limiter on it to stop from peaking, but if it's a bit low, I can always take the limiter off. We'll see. I'm trying to get my audio better, so I've been messing with my microphone and stuff like that. So try it so it sounds better.
Those million pictures, screenshots I took, and we got a lot of things to do today. So I am going to be doing an appeal because the judge is a moron, And so this is when I send in all my pictures. I have a separate file of my pictures and my videos and descriptions of everything. So I'm going to send all of that in. I probably got 25 or 30 pictures there, a couple of videos. So that's going to.
But your pictures are not evidence to say that that to prove anything. Your pictures are your pictures you took, and then it's your interpretation. That isn't evidence of anything nefarious, Mikey. I don't think you quite understand this, buddy. But just because you took some pictures with a pair of binoculars doesn't prove anything. And the fact you took a picture of something and your interpretations, you're interpreting it to be something. Some of his pictures are okay. Like I said, I think I seen the one he did, the Orion Nebula. That was decent. I'll give him that, right? I've been still trying to get that. My conditions aren't the best. I live in the UK, so we have clouds more, we have clear sky. But fingers crossed on Friday I can get out there and maybe get it. But dude, yeah, like just your interpretation of what you think stars are is nothing. It means nothing. The empirical data and the science and all the methods prove what you say is false and wrong. So you have no case.
Going to be sent to the judge, hopefully over the weekend at some point, if not Monday. And just if you're getting information about my lawsuit, you might want to talk to me, okay? You guys, you're so into this theorizing, this bullshit, the lying. You'll just accept anything that anybody tells you because you don't know how to think. Zero goose egg, right, folks?
As Lindsay said, I'm surprised you caught Comet Lemon as well. Yeah, let's see, not very well, but credit due. I mean, was a guy. There's a fella that I was watching Unfornicated, and he went on to what was his name? Disaster photography, stuff like that, and he got Comet Lemon, and a beautiful picture, absolutely beautiful. Obviously, he took loads of pictures of it, and did stacking and brought it out in probably very similar programs I use. But gorgeous. I mean, the detail is just chef's kiss, lovely, absolutely gorgeous. I've seen a few pictures of Comet Lemon that are just fantastic. Unfortunately, I wanted to go out and get it, but when at the time I had, when I finally had time, I just couldn't. It was too low on the horizon, or obviously the weather wasn't playing nice for me, so I just, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it. But yeah, maybe next year. Who knows? Yes, that's it, Lindsay. Chuck's astrophotography. Oh, gorgeous pictures. And that guy, you must imagine he's got an absolutely fantastic rig. I'm trying to upgrade mine, little by little. I'm still kind of new into it, so it is what it is, right?
Anyway.
Oh, Mikey's thinking again. Oh dear. Mikey had a little. Seems like he had a little bit of a brain fart there. Just kind of got lost in thoughts. Never a good thing. Hurt himself doing that. Hey, Clarence, how's it going? Clarence, come in and say now. All he's done is confirm what others have said. We expect them to appeal, which will just make things worse for him, and he will have to pay more. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I was hoping he wouldn't, but he hasn't been around for 3 weeks, so I think he's just been mulling around in his head. And yeah, he's we expected he was going to try to appeal, and he's going to try to throw all his do exactly what he's doing. We all expected it. But I think there's always that level of hope to try that maybe he can be talked down, maybe getting fined. But yeah, if he does it again, he goes for the appeal, then he may not get a judge as quite as nice and lenient, and they'll hit him for the full whack, and they can do is if he gets deemed as a vexatious litigant, then they'll actually could hit him for the court costs, the legal costs of the CSA, and then some. Then they can actually fine him for wasting court's time, and it can be a rather substantial fines. And because he's on social assistance, then they will legitimately garnish his disability and his government subsidies he's getting in. So he will have no choice but to pay it. They'll put it out and they'll give us so much time, and if he doesn't pay it or work out some sort of payment plan, then he will be his income will be docked. He'll have no choice but to pay it off. So yeah, I don't think he's just all he's doing is just opening up Pandora's box here. Thanks, Lindsay. I think I pretty sure I actually I went on to Chuck's thing. I actually had I'm pretty sure I got it. Let me double check this before you put it in Discord if you want, hon. It's by all means, but I'm pretty sure. Ooh, where is it? I think I got it on my phone. I know I do somewhere. Yeah, there. Lindsay, are you talking this one here? Hold on here. Let me switch my main camera here. I have this one here. That's the one. That's Chuck's astrophotography. Sorry. There you are. Obviously my camera is shite. But go look it up. Chuck's astrophotography. This isn't doing that's not doing credit to the picture. I'll see if I can bring it up actually. So let's go in here.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's another thing that just come up. Anyways, we're gonna talk about that later because that's really gonna screw me up. I need to confirm. Just hold on a second here, guys. Let me confirm something here. I need to check my emails when I was talking to somebody. Actually, I know when that was. That would have been I got it on the
Golden Skeptic. Yeah, you brought up because it's not coming up in my my live chat here. Don't know why. Well, you upgraded the app and now it's not working again. So
don't tell anybody.
The Golden Skeptic has just brought up. Just said the problem is Mikey. Problem with Mikey is that he genuine. I can't say that word right now. I can see it in my head. Can't say it out loud. Genuinely doesn't understand what he's getting into. In his head, it's all so simple. All right, Lindsay, I'm trying to get into my Discord, so I'll bring it up and show it up on the screen for anybody who hasn't seen it. But it's a fantastic picture. So.
Okay.
Where are we here? Wait.
Oh, yeah, I can't watch, but I can listen. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, DJ. We got Ryan S. And who else is here? Okay, so my legs are just horrible because of my stupid diabetes today, but hopefully they'll get better. So yeah, I'm sending in my appeal. I have to fill out the heading, a different heading on the internet. Obviously, send in my shit, click and paste crap, post my pictures, my videos. I think I have 2 videos. They're only going to need 1 and a few pictures because, yeah. And yeah, and there's been this whole money issue that people are just not paying attention to. They're not, of course, I guess when you're high or drunk, you may misread things. Again, if you want information about the trial, or the case, you talk to me, right? If you want the facts, where's the other letter? There's a letter in here. There is a letter that I received.
Just quickly here, just because Lindsay just sent this to me. So here is the picture we're talking about. This is the comic Lemon. Oh, where are you going there? Don't go away. There it is. Okay. So this is Comet Lemon, and this is done by Chuck's Astrophotography. So yeah, very similar picture. I think it's a similar picture, just the orientation, to be honest. But yeah, that was just fantastic photograph. That is so gorgeous. Yes. One day I will hopefully have that capability. I really hope so. That is that, and the guy does beautiful work. Beautiful work. So yeah. Thanks, Lindsay, for that.
Department of Justice Canada, and the amount of me owing them, it'll be funny to find out how they're going to get it. But whatever. It is not.
Hold on. So he doesn't know how they're going to get that money? Hold on. Just want to confirm here.
From Department of Justice Canada, and the amount of me owing them, it'll be funny to find out how they're going to get it.
Dude, you do realize they can do things like garnish your wages if you have any? If you have any kind of social assistance, the government will literally take that money before you even get your grubby little hands on it. It would, all you'll do is you'll get it, you'll go, why is the payment's gone? And if you ever call up, if you're too lazy and probably are, of looking at the printout, it'll say garnishee of X amount, and they'll just make a number. They'll say $50, and it'll be $50 for the next 15 months. That'll be it. It'll be done, buddy. Like they'll just take it. So he doesn't know how they're gonna get it. Like, does he think he's that untouchable? Like they got it's the Canadian government, dude. They have their ways. Like, holy shit. Oh, Lindsay, you're a member, so you get to watch him as well, process him as well. Nice. I've considered wanting to do a live stream to show me doing some astrophotography processing. I'm not very good. I probably use some tips, but I don't know if that's something people want to watch. So it's not really something I've thought of doing. Exactly. As Golden Skeptic says, he thinks they're not going to come for him. Like, you owe the government money. They will get their money. That's it. Like, there's only two things guaranteed in life: death and taxes. Taxes being money, the government getting their money. They will get it. Like, it's it's not if, it's when.
Whatever. It is not thousands of dollars, which people are portraying on YouTube.
Well, no, I've never heard anybody say $1,000. I've heard $700 or $750. But then I watched, like, MC Toon got a copy of the final order and the judgment, and read it out on stream. So that's, most of us have seen that. I think a few people have read that out. So
I'm not going to give you the amount, but it's not thousands of dollars. Okay, I have it right here.
$750. We all know, buddy. Just don't pretend we don't.
I'll just keep that to myself.
It's public documents.
And
it's public documents. You pay like $10, and the federal courts would literally email you the whole entire thing. It was a public case.
So yeah, that's done with. I will finish that.
Kind of loud, lad. Holy shit.
So what do we got here? I'm gonna get to the pictures here. I could have taken.
Pretty sure I have the screenshots on my phone.
Original Star Sirius, the one with the frequency, what I call them, going out the top and bottom. That video, there's like the frequency spurts out at like the 6 or 7 second mark, and I thought, because our eyes don't see things that are like lightning speed in videos, I went through that video yesterday frame by frame, and oh my god, there's like every second or other second or 5 seconds there is another burst of energy. Burst. It's just shooting that damn frequency out all the time. And again, it shows up in most of my pictures. There is some kind of a white dot at the bottom of the star. I will show you this, and then at the top.
All right, so this is saying $1,000. Okay, I'm looking at literally. I took screenshots when MC2 was reading it out. So CSA requested, so whereas the CSA requested $1,260 in costs, which represents a cost award calculated in accordance with column 3 of the tariff of contested motion. Whereas the costs are in full discretion of the court and governed by Rule 400 to 422, with Rule 400 colon 3 setting out a list of criteria the court may consider exercising its discretion. And whereas having considered the rules and applicable principles in costs in the exercise of my discretion and based on the review of this matter, I find the CSA should be awarded the costs of the successful party, and that $700 represented a reasonable and appropriate cost awarded in this motion. The court orders that the statement of claim is struck without leave to amend, and the cost payable by the plaintiff to the CSA fixed at $700. Mikey, and that is like Christina M. Halata, judge. But dude, we all know this because, mate, we have copies of the freaking court order.
So there's like some kind of a not physical connecting point, but an energy connecting point, whether it's the energy of the star, the frequency, or
The brand said frequency. Mikey's word of new science. Yeah, I was in the TikTok live. Was it TikTok? Yeah, TikTok live the other day, and somebody kept bringing up frequency. Something to do with like frequency in the body, and I kept asking what was the frequency, what was the rate, what was the amplitude, and he couldn't. He just kept saying frequency. I'm like, dude, I have a picoscope that can read things down to the picometer, like smaller than the micro. So, yeah, dude, like, what is it? And I'll test it. What is the frequency that I should be, my brain, my mind, or something should have? And that's a good answer. And so they love to bring up this word frequency. This is a very common thing in the conspiracy stuff, and obviously there's new age stuff. Frequency this, frequency that, but it can never actually give you the frequency, nor do I actually think they know what frequency is. So
I don't know, man, but we will be looking at it. I just want to explain what we're doing first, and then we'll get to the picture. So I went through that. Yes, and so the sun was coming through the window. The sunlight, not the sun itself, but I would highly doubt it would fit through the window. So the sunlight was piercing through the window because I got tinfoil in my window for privacy and in the heat because I can't stand the heat, at least my feet. I'm okay with heat, but my feet go crazy. So there was
that'd be due to lack of circulation.
Light coming through the one hole that's in the tinfoil coming through.
You know, Mikey, there's something called blackout curtains and blinds, right? Like, you don't have to put tinfoil. Like that's kind of, yeah, it's like something you usually see in a trailer park. Yeah, there's these things called blinds and curtains, and you get blackout curtains. They work really good. I got some. They work good.
And it looks exactly like the comet, the pictures I was taking of the comet. Remember,
No,
comets don't have tails, at least the real ones that I take pictures of. The CGI ones, yes. But the one I took is a light beam because the beam gets wider further away from the light source. It's not a tail. It doesn't come to a point. Okay? Boom. So
but what's this, Mikey?
No, I don't have a side by side. But we
Mikey, what's this?
Side to compare. And that we'll talk about last. Make sure we circle that. And yes. So let's go to the pictures. Hey, we'll do some talking. We will see what's going on here. Some people are still masturbating with their P1000 or their P900. I don't know what the hell they're doing that for, but that's what women are for.
Only if you're flatzoid. And then crying about it after you heard God's voice.
If you're interested in them, but not for cameras. Okay, so let's move on to. Now, where did I put all those pictures and downloads? Oh, share screen.
I mean, I can't believe Flatzoid went on went on the internet, live streamed it, crying crying about how you freaking like jerked his gherkin, and then it was not good. He heard God's voice and then cried about it. Dude, there's some things that just don't need to be put on the internet. Holy shit! Sorry.
So we will go over the.
I don't know, Zach Hyde. Ask Flatzoid. He apparently found out the other week when he had a little alone time. His wife was gone, and he got on the internet and found some adult websites.
Many pictures I have of the Star Sirius. Some of them are going to look the same, but they are not, because they are going to have different light patterns within the star. Okay, so we will start with the Star Sirius. Now, this is all from the main star. So we've got this one. This is different from the original. This is all the same.
Holy crap! It's only if you have like that's a picture he took with his old binoculars, his old cell phone, after smudging a bunch of freaking Vaseline on his lens or something. Like, I still can't figure out how the hell he done that.
Same star that we are going to look at. Okay, they are a little bit fuzzy because I was zooming in when I was checking out the pictures and getting. And then this is another one you can see at the bottom that I am using the CapCut app because you can see where I am within the video at the 17-second mark, or the 2-minute and 17, I should say.
Dude, my 12-year-old son uses CapCut, so I've used CapCut a few times, like, but I don't know. I don't think it's great for astrophotography or even meant for it.
And we'll just zoom in so you can get a closer look, and then you can see this white dot.
Digital zoom
at the bottom of this cone here, and yeah, that shows up within the star. But I have noticed going through CapCut, this dot appears before this cone does. So there's like a maximum, I don't even know how to describe it, maximum depth, maximum ejection, a communication. I don't know what's going on here, but this white area, this white dot shows up literally a split second before the cone does. You can faintly see that there's some kind of.
Because it's probably slightly brighter pixel. This looks like a little more faded. But so it's, yeah. Is he just using some of the brightness filters and stuff on the CapCut, like just like the contrast and stuff? Looks like he is just the very basic stuff. Yeah.
Kind of energy here, and of course I'm trying to figure out if these are solid pieces here. This top part is the firmament, and I could show you that in another picture.
No, it's not.
I'm just trying to figure out how this.
It's called shitty optics with shitty light sensor, and probably overexposed, and something's been bumped. If that's even a star at all, I still have my doubts.
Whole thing comes together and how the energy is released. But again, every picture that we look at here is a different frame.
Because honestly, it looks more like a streetlight, LED streetlight to me. I might try that actually. I might try that. I got LED streetlights around me. I might go out and just try so they out of focus and kind of a certain angle. I bet you I could probably get that with streetlight. Next time, take dogs out for a walk, or I might do it after this live stream. If I do, I'll post it up in a post
from the next one. Okay, so this, you can see it's shooting out here again at the bottom, and you can faintly see the white dot there where it comes at the bottom.
Aldebrand said, Mikey should meet Roger of Mud Fossil University. Both live in a fantasy world that they make up as they go along. I've never heard of Roger of Mud Fossil University. Sounds like an interesting fella.
And again, I'm going to repeat that every single picture I show you. Here's when the frequency is not ejected. It's more central. Here's what the star looks just.
Dude, that definitely looks like a freaking LED streetlight. It really does. Like from a steep angle looking at it.
milliseconds before it looks like this. So this
Deeper
is,
angle.
I'm starting to think that this blue is not chromatic aberration of any.
I'm starting to think it is. It is actually. This one he's using is 20 by was it 20 by 80 just regular Celestron binoculars that are made for like bird watching.
Any sort whatsoever. I think this is the star producing this blue because it appears and disappears in throughout the video. And this does change colors, so it's not always going to be blue. So again, this is like milliseconds before the ejection of the bottom. This is all from the same star.
I got an old Galaxy S5. I bet you I could probably simulate these pictures with that because the camera isn't nearly as sharp as my S24. I have to go find that and charge it back up.
And we'll get to the other descriptions here, like the Comet Lehman and
Aldebrand saying Roger is the man with the mighty feather of knowledge. See some funny Sir Sick videos about him, especially his Jupiter has a Regina video. No way. Is that Mr. Quill? All right, okay. I haven't just watched Sir Sick for a while. I should watch some of his videos. He is quite funny. Yeah, all right. I'll check him out. Thanks, Elderbrand, for sure.
Stuff
sounds
like
like
that in just a
sounds
minute.
like something good for a laugh. Cheer me up.
So here's another one. See, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Not any one of these are the exact same picture. They're all different. So you can see how it starts right here. I want to change my... I want a pointer, not a hand. Yeah, why is that going to a pointer? Huh. See, you can see here at the bottom this I don't know what's this is quite an amazing thing here, man. This is the creator at work. He can do whatever the heck he wants, man.
Sure, if your creator is like low quality optics with a bit of with a bunch of something smudged on your lens and looking at whatever the hell that is from a steep angle, sure, okay, if that's what you want. If that's the god you want to pray to, Mikey. Look, dude, whatever. Like, some people pray to the flying spaghetti monster. May his holy noodles bless you, bless us all, and may his omnipotent Parmesan rain down and bring light and joy to your life. Ramen.
This is absolutely fantastic. So I'm trying to figure out if this whole star here is solid here, this white piece is solid, or if it's just all light or a frequency itself. And of course, they could possibly make noise, right? I don't know. I've never been there, so.
Did you say things that stars make noise? I mean, apparently because of, different things of them, it could be of the light and stuff like that, then they figured there is some sort of noise, but obviously noise needs something like air or something like that to vibrate to work, right? You need a medium. Sound needs a medium. Usually a water or air. Water is actually a better medium or something solid. But yeah, kind of, yeah, the star probably makes a noise in some way, but probably not what he thinks it is.
Well, these are stars is what this is. This is the star Sirius. It's not what you don't care what they are, what they're not. Well, it's a star. It's not a car or a cow, that's for sure. What's that there for? Okay, so let's move on to, of course, we got the comment there and that.
Yeah, Lindsay, I wouldn't doubt it, considering obviously the size of stars and stuff like that. They probably would make literally a thermonuclear reaction happening So I imagine make a lot of noise.
Let's. Did I want to show something here, or was I just doing? Yeah, no, that's just nothing. And so here we go. We have.
As Albrecht says, what you're looking at there, Mikey, exists solely within the lenses of your binoculars. Fair point. Because I mean, I haven't been out for a while with my kid's little cheap telescope to see if I could simulate Mikey's stuff again. But I tried it the other day, and he's got his own special technique of doing it to get that. So I certainly haven't done it. I can't simulate it. All I get is just a star.
Have the comet.
Though it be a blurry star because it's not the best telescope, and I have to hold my phone up to the lens, which the eyepiece, which is only very small. It's not even an inch and a quarter. It's smaller than that. It's like literally a toy telescope. But good for like a kid just to sit and mess with and give them something to get used to using a very simple telescope. But yeah.
Lehman, in the firmament. This is not a ball of ice flying through space. Absolutely stupid theory.
How did he figure that? Oh, look at that! Look who it is! Hey, it's Flat Earth Reconnaissance, Sam. After freaking MC Toon absolutely freaking like embarrassed him, he's come on here to make himself feel smart again.
Oh my god! What the heck?
By the way, just for anybody who's like is interested, that's his picture of Comet Lehman. This is a picture from Chuck's astrophotography. Who actually knows what he's doing. There's a slight difference, I reckon. Eh? The fact that Mikey got this in his little binoculars, fair point. I will give him that credit. He got it, and it's not quite as good as that though. So I'll give him props for getting it, but there's a difference between really good optics and knowing what you're doing, and skill, and experience, and then just kind of winging it and getting lucky.
Oh. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Was that on his phone? So he must be like streaming on us. Okay.
Just hold on, guys.
Lindsay Bo's like he can't replicate it either. Like how science works. Good point, actually. Yeah, he has actually been trying to replicate the Sirius to make it look like again. All he can get is a point light source. Oh, weird, isn't it? I still have my serious doubts. That actually was serious. Looking at it again, I'm starting to think it was LED street light from a steep angle. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he was looking at a star at all. Albrecht, yeah, I've been cloudy here for weeks. Haven't had a chance to capture anything since in November. Albrecht, yeah, I have a few Jupiter ones ago. I was actually out. Was it 2-3 weeks ago? Trying to get the Orion Nebula, and then I come to realize that I probably need the pro version of Sharp Caps, which I will get because it's like 14 pounds for a year. So don't know why I didn't get it before, but I haven't been out. Hopefully I can go out this weekend. Hopefully Friday. If the boss lets me go out, the boss being the wife. Depends how things go. But yeah. Funny how Mikey caught a tail, but his isn't CGI. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good point.
I gotta put the link in there.
I think it Sam's like, hey, let me in. I'll come on your stream. And Mikey, like a good boy, is doing as Sam said.
The comet here. And so yeah, we've got the Comet Lehman here, which is obviously a light beam or a light coming through or something rather like that of the firmament. And there's the bigger, larger, or zoomed out version. And so you can see with your own two eyes,
Mikey,
this is obviously a light that is connected to the firmament or coming through the firmament. pick your poison, whatever you want. And now what I did is, look at this. We've got sunlight coming through the tinfoil of my window, and whiz bang boom, it looks exactly the same as the comment.
Is it? Are you sure about that? I mean, maybe in maybe this section here a little bit, perhaps. I don't know. I suppose you could kind of, if you squint. No, squint doesn't work. If you zoom in really far, no, that doesn't work either. I mean, if you zoom out really far, I don't know. But not really, because here's a highly detailed picture of Comet Lehman. Right, let's continue on.
Does it not? Because this light beam is getting wider as it goes further away from the light source, just like the Comet Lehman. And I do have a whoops. Just want to show something else here, there, Sam, just quickly. So this is the zoomed out version.
I heard if we show something before my sound comes in and like takes over my live stream, because I'm going to let him do it, because I really am just a wet wipe. This is what Mikey's saying.
Of the light coming through the window. It looks exactly like the damn comet. All right, guys, exactly the same thing.
Nope, it doesn't. Sorry, Mikey, you're wrong.
Proof of where the frick we live, man.
No, you don't. You just think you do.
What's happening, man?
Hey, what's up? Long time no see. I just saw you were live. I said I'm going to jump in a little bit. Long time I didn't discuss with you a little bit. So are you talking about stars?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the star's serious. It's going crazy, man. Oh, I didn't get to that one picture there. Yeah.
I thought it was all chromatic aberration and everything. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, I don't.
It is.
Yeah, far from that, man.
Yeah, I know. It's the chromatic aberration because you don't have a good equipment. You know, that's probably it. Yeah, that's what I thought.
My equipment is inferior.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Well, tell you something.
Yeah, so did you get a chance to go through the video that I sent you or no?
No, I just woke up like half an hour ago, and I just went to the web and I saw that you were in. So I didn't see. I saw that you send me things on WhatsApp. But what video?
Yeah, well, the original Star Sirius video, the one that I have on that canvas thing, and so I went through it because I thought there was only one frequency showing up in that video, but I put it through CapCut, and like almost the entire video is like this. It's just boom, 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 and I'm taking pictures of every single one.
It seems like it's electrical. It's like there's something electric there.
And there's something. So when the star is doing its thing, there's like a white dot out here that it communicates with or something. This appears, and then the star.
I tell you what, Mikey has a very good imagination for a man in his 50s. I will definitely give him that. That is a really active imagination, Mikey. You know, don't lose that. That's a precious thing, especially for a man who's like, is getting on a bit. So, the mind of a child.
Like literally milliseconds. Boom, poof. It's like communicating with something. I don't know.
Do you know that in the Torah, in between the lines, of course.
AMV recognize gold. Saying the amazing thing about Mikey is how he can look at a couple 100 pixels and think he knows that he's seeing firmament because he wants so badly to be the guy who snapped the firmament. Fair enough, buddy. Yeah, that's a good way of summarizing it. Yeah. Zach Hydes, Mikey should write a book. He should write a book. I think that'd be interesting. That'd be really, I think that'd be a really interesting trip into the mind of Mikey. I think he should call it that. I think that'd be interesting. White dot that communicates, or many pixel problems, or lens reflection. Yeah, or all the above.
It is mentioned.
Or he was looking at an LED somewhere, street light from it, and mistook it for, thought he was trained on the star that was being low on the horizon, and he was actually looking at something else. I honestly don't know. Mikey can't replicate it to say, look, 100%. Here's Sirius. Look, here's a screen of my phone or whatever. I'm able to replicate that. He hasn't been able to replicate those again. He's got that, and he's never been able to get it again. And in fact, since he's got his new binoculars, his better binoculars that should show everything to look the way that it does, and that the other ones, he has not been able to show that again. So that's not how Sirius looks, because you admittedly have gotten these binoculars that cost several $100s that are like the be all end all, have this like fantastic lenses, and yet you seem to be getting observations that look closer to what everybody else is getting with their astrophotography rigs. They're still aren't as good, but you're getting stuff that's closer to what I have when I'm using a Celestra 130 with a spherical mirror that I'm kind of contemplating upgrading, of replacing it with a parabolic mirror, because I found out that mine's got the mirror isn't as good as it could be, and that could make the telescope better. So, thinking about doing it while ordering a new mirror, and as when I do the flocking aside, swapping out the primary. So it might be something. It's about $100 though, £100 to get one. So something to think about.
That the dome, has something to do with the electricity.
Yeah.
So, but it's very like.
Lindsay Bowles like a pop-up book, maybe maybe not many. Oops. I don't know if you want Mikey to have a pop-up book. He's got questionable history from what I've heard.
It's
Allegedly.
like
Allegedly.
it's like we have to investigate more deeply. But even though it's going to be hard to understand how it works, I don't think we'll be able to do that just by looking at books. But it's definitely something electric what's going on there. It's everything that we've seen so far. It's like looks electrical. I'm not talking about like regular electricity. Like
where's the power from electricity coming from? Can you show me how how it's supplied? Where's the source? Electricity doesn't just come out of nowhere. There's normally a way of generating electricity. Even you can see lightning. Lightning is generated because of different forces and different builds of charge and stuff. And it's only for a very split second you have that, and then it's gone because it builds and builds and builds, and then gone. Right. So where is this? How is this electricity? How comes every night? How is it in this firmament? How is it maintained? How is it generated? And then how come we can't read it? How can electricity puts out something where you could actually be an electrical signal, and you'd be able to read that, right? You get electricity itself actually generates a magnetic field around it, and if you have too close together, sometimes those magnetic fields from the electricity can actually interfere with each other. And then you can have overloads, or it actually will stop each other from working. This is something that happens in like housing, electrical, or automotive. We get a lot of different wires running in different places, and sometimes if you have two wires too close together, or actually have some wires that are actually wrapped up together, they'll wound around each other. What they do is that both of them cancel out the magnetic field, so you don't have the interference going into other stuff, or you have shielding around to stop the frequency on the magnetic field that's maybe expanding and collapsing, interfering into other electrical systems. So and sometimes they'll stop the systems from working if you have the interference, if the shielding or something's missing. So yeah, it's these guys always like to claim electricity, but they don't even understand the fundamentals of electricity, and so they just look like fools. Hey, Jim Daniels, how's it going? Nice to see you in there.
Even in the skies, when you have like a storm, you can see there's electricity in the air, right? It's so that it has to do with something electrical. And I'm starting to think that it's possible that it might be some kind of electric field, field force there. Not just like ice or
electric field force. Oh, what?
Looks like ice. It's transparent. It's like a white or whatever, but it might be like some kind of electric, force field. Somehow I don't know. We can only think with what we have. We don't have the you know, NASA budget to investigate deeper. And I believe that everything, you know, that NASA have that, and I believe that they know,
Yeah.
they know, they know a lot. I don't think they know everything because they're not that smart, even though they have money. But they know they know a lot, of course, because they have a lot of means. But of course, they won't not going to tell you. Might be like, you know, locked up somewhere. So yeah, check it out. I just bought you know, a couple of days ago.
What? Oh, you're there. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to be? Does anybody know what Sam's showing Mikey? Because it looks like a ticket for something. Yeah, Lindsay, I only caught just the end too when Dapper was talking to them.
So yeah, check it out. I just
What
bought
is that?
you know, a couple of days ago.
What? Oh, you're there. Yeah, cool.
I can't even tell what it is because the his camera's so green, or it's his internet is so crappy. All the brands like jumping to conclusions, disease of many in our modern society. Yeah, I have no idea. Does anybody know what that is? It looks like a ticket. Sorry, I just is yeah. It's just it's too much. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, finally. Until I think about doing it. So I want to go out a little bit. I want to prepare myself and start going out a little bit. So what were you talking about? I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna get some clay and build myself, because you can go to the dollar store and get different colored clay, and I gotta build one. I want to build a replica of a star. What I think how it is creates itself. I don't know, but
That'd be interesting. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Be quite interesting to see what Mikey comes up with. There's some clay to build what he thinks a star looks like. Okay. I thought he said stars aren't physical, so this would be quite interesting to see. Dapper was welcome back anytime, so that could be interesting going forward. All right, that's good. You know, it seemed like they had a quite cordial conversation. Dapper's quite a nice guy. Like he's quite laid back. So I haven't caught Mikey stream for a while. That he's opened it up to let people come on. Last time I was on, it was dead late and I wasn't in the right mindset. And then we had Matthew came on. I wouldn't mind coming on and just have a little chat and conversation with Mikey Smith. I think that'd just be kind of interesting.
yeah, I can't wait.
Well, I tell you something. According to the pictures that you took, okay, since we're not stupid to believe it's chromatic aberrations, because there are no chromatic aberrations that get close to that on the internet.
Oh,
There are many aberrations in photography and nothing in the entire internet that shows anything close to what you saw. So that means it cannot be any aberration.
Yeah.
And any
The talk chromatic aberration and talking about the fact he has the different colors, and that's chromatic aberration is happening is that because he had lower quality optics. The different spectrums of light were actually being separated by, because they I think the binoculars he's using still used a prism, and probably with the focal length and the light being so tiny. This happens even in telescopes as well. Where if you have a faster telescope, like if you get into like the F6s, F5 stuff, and then what happens because it's such a short, such a fast scope, and his binoculars being only about a yay long, right? Those that spectrum is being separated out a bit, so that's why you had that different colors of light. That's the aberration. The structure itself is something completely fucking different. So yeah. Jim Daniels, yeah, Mikey kind of alluded, and mainly he said is like obviously he's still going with it. And if you want to know anything about his case, talk to him. Don't talk to people on the internet. Mikey still thinks that the case is still going, and that he is still currently suing the Canadian Space Agency. So, but you go by all means, buddy, go back. It's near the beginning of the stream where he brought it up. He talked a little bit about stuff, and he talked about the case a bit, or on what he's intending to do. So yeah.
true flat earther, should just do his homework and realize that.
Oh, true.
That's what we did. That's what I did with.
Yeah, Aldebrand said, I saw a searchlight the other night. I didn't jump straight to aliens. I asked myself if an event was going on on something low, and behold, there is a Christmas light show going on a few miles below me. Oh, there we are. I had something very similar, Aldebrand, where I looked off over it and I can see some lights doing this. And there's 3 or 4 lights go around and come together like that. Now, I took the piss to my daughter, who's into the aliens, and she's, we like to kind of joke around. And I went, "Oh, look, aliens." And she went, "What's that?" And then she looked and went, "That's the aliens." Like, I know. It was like, but it's funny to look. And then you can see the lights going across, and there's clouds. So it just went across the clouds and come back. So, but yeah. Have the I said Envy Reckoning Gold says it's probably like a magnetic cycle, like the center of a Ferris spiral image or of a magnet. It's just black in the middle, and it's actually pure inertia, just not little. Yeehaw! Well done. Let's continue on with this.
With you, in the beginning when I heard about you, I said, okay, that guy might have problems with his equipment, whatever, and then we checked, and I checked, for quite a while, and my conclusion is that your pictures are genuine. Maybe the colors, some colors might come from chromatic aberration. I have no problem about this, but not the shape.
Yeah.
Chromatic aberration don't create a shape. Don't be fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
the thing is, when I go through that video, I was thinking about that chromatic aberration business when I'm watching the video. I don't think it's that, because when you go frame to frame, those colors are changing. If it was chromatic aberration, the color would be always at that. It would always be blue here and yellow here.
This I don't know. I'm not an expert in chromatic aberration, but I'm an expert in investigating and knowing that there is no such thing as a chromatic aberration or any kind of aberration. I think there's like 7 or 8 type of aberrations, and there's nothing that comes close to you, because if it was, your pictures could be categorized into one of these aberrations, which they cannot be. You understand? So it is actually what you took, and the way you took them, is important, because even though it's like a cheap way to do it, it's not expensive, but it bypasses the telescope, a mechanism which is made out of mirrors and everything to amplify the light. Which you understand? So the thing is that the method is smart to use a cell phone.
Hold on, what the fuck do you think the freaking binoculars are made out of? It is so silly that these 2 bell ends don't realize literally Mikey's binoculars are 2 small telescopes bolted together and move back and forth, so you can look. Instead of 1 eye, you can use 2 eyes. You just look through each telescope separately, but they're timed that they have the same focus and they have the same sort of lens, so they can look at the same thing with both eyes. You can use 1 eye in a binoculars and get the same effect as a telescope. And that's what fucking Mikey does. Like, holy shit. Like, these guys don't realize that his binoculars are fucking telescopes. Just, you have 2 instead of 1. Like, holy shit, it's just freaking phenomenal. They even told us how many times. But his binoculars use different lenses and a freaking, and I'm pretty sure either it has a mirror, because if you look at his eyepieces offset from his main, the other has a prism, or it has mirrors that bounce in and into his eyepiece. Like, it's the same fucking thing as a telescope. In fact, my Newtonian reflector doesn't have the lenses to cause things. It's literally a big mirror that's shaped like a bowl to a small mirror, which then all it focuses that light into the small mirror, which then goes into my eyepiece. In which I usually put a camera on there, so it's like directly. There's no freaking lenses in between. Like, shit. Idiots. And Lizzie's like, "Oh, don't tell them there's mirrors in them."
Phone, which is not built.
I'm pretty sure the chromatic aberration he was looking at, he had this thing didn't look something kind of like that. Like, this is literally what fucking you had, isn't it? Let's see if this brings it up. So yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, I mean, what he had is similar to we know how what chromatic aberration is, how to either cause it for certain effects you want, or how to stop it, or what's causing it. Well, yeah, so there, yeah, the light's being reflected out, and different light spectrums are being splayed out.
Of course, to amplify the light, but just to see clearly what's there.
Yeah.
So to couple that with the binoculars, which are like
Other brands like a big mirror and a cute little mirror. Yeah, a cute little mirror can drive me nuts if it goes out of alignment with your lens. Twist that. Nope, that's try that. Try this side. Yeah, you talk about um collimation. Yeah, when I got my scope, it had been I think it been sat in storage for a long time. I got it from a charity shop that I got for like £50. It's cheap. Came with the mount. There the is a CQ3 equatorial mount, telescope. No no lenses, but no eyepieces, but it's fine because I had some glossy ones that came with my refractor that were okay. I could do with upgrading, but I do mainly astrophotography anyways. I like having it on my screen that can do stuff, and it just and I like to record it. Whatever I see, I like to have it recorded so I can go back and look at it later. So I do some visual, but yeah. So yeah, it's but yeah, I I mean I went from a refractor to doing obviously a reflector. And yeah, I just went straight into the fire of trying to learn collimation because it needed collimating for both the primary and the secondary. It was fun, yeah. I have a what crap is it? I have a collimator. I got the what it's called? It sounds like a town in the UK. Cheshire. I have a Cheshire collimator. I bought that. I There's a fella I used to watch. I sometimes I have called Small Optics. He's got a YouTube channel, and he does primarily this like more base level stuff like that without getting in. And The only thing with the laser collimators, I find is that you have to collimate the collimator, and then it's like extra collimation. And I've seen the technique of doing it, but um, I initially just bought the Cheshire collimator as a as something is obviously keeping this box and stuff, but it's a bit more robust. Where I could stick it in there, and it does the same thing. I know it's fairly reliable. Like it just does the same. And then I'll usually get a star, and I might adjust a little bit if I have to go out and I do the star test and stuff like that, which is I know it's one of the better ways, but it's a pain if you're on a star that's moving too much and your tracking is off. So I do digress. We'll move on with this.
Much more that have a much more simple mechanism inside, like mirror, games of mirrors. So the thing is that I think it's
I mean, Aldebaran, if I end up eventually get money money to buy the 10-inch Dobsonian I want to buy, then I'll probably have to maybe look at investing into a laser collimator because it's quite a big tube, and to try to jump back and forth, it's probably easier is to have a laser I can look at and adjust the knobs from the back. So that might be a thing. Oh, have you not seen the Aldebaran? Let's see. We'll look up quickly here, but uh, Chester collimator. I don't. I think. I think it's upstairs in my room right now because we've got Christmas here, so all my telescopes and stuff in my bedroom, and I can't be bothered to go up there and go get it. But I think this is how it works. Here you are. I'll show you, Algebra. This is what I had got. It's something like, and I got one. Mine looks kind of like this. Mine I think it's actually SV Bony, which is still decent. And what you do, kind of how you do this is inside here, it has crosshairs, go back and forth. You have this, you put this towards the light and it lights up. And when you look through the top, it has a little pinhole. You look straight down, go through this, and it goes and hits, and then you'll see this lit up as a, and then you can line it all up with this. You line up your primary and your secondary, and use this. So this little ring here is highly reflective, and so you have to have like a light going in. So you can't use it so much like at night, you know, if you go out in the field. But like I do, so if I'm doing observations in my front garden, I go into the kitchen or somewhere where I have a light, yeah, and then I'll collimate it, and then I'll just pick up the rig and just carry it outside, right? I'm only go out the front door, so I'm not banging off things and stuff. And that's how I've used it. So you see in top here, there's like a little hole. You look through it like an eyepiece. There's no lenses or anything in it. So there you are. So it kind of looks like that when you put it in your eyepiece holder. You look through there and you'll see it. There you are. That gives you. There you are. So that kind of gives you what you would look if you look in the mirror, in the eyepiece. This is what you see. So it looks in, and then you can see the crosshairs line up with your mirrors and stuff like that. So yeah, all right. Back to it. Sorry, I got a little distracted there, folks. But yeah, we'll go back to Mikey here.
It's a smart way to have done things, and that's why that's why I believe that your pictures are genuine, but also that if they are, and like the way we think that they are, so of course it's going to disturb a lot of people, because it's going to again, if the stars do like this, which I believe, the thing is that it might again destabilize the entire astronomical society. And then you're going to see people are going to try to downplay what you did and try to just like undermine your work. Say, oh, you're crazy, ha ha ha, Mikey Smith, ha ha ha, chromatic aberration, ha ha ha, just the way they do with the flat earthers. What else can they do?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Because they have nothing. They have nothing to go with other than just.
So that's it. It's just
I know we're gonna call a freaking like a spade, right? We see chromatic aberration in your photos, and you think it's showing something. We can clearly see this. What at least part of that is. Then it is what it is. So I know they they don't like to accept anything that falsifies their narrative, so they just and Mikey and Sam are very notorious for doing this, but it's just they just don't like to accept the fact that they're wrong, and they're being called out and showing that how they're wrong.
You can recognize that pattern amongst them, just like you try to debunk you with cheap and stupid and absurd arguments.
Yeah.
And when these arguments come out of people that we know as being smart people that proven to us that they were like they had like common sense, so you can see that there's something out of place, and that they belong to the other side, because there are mistakes and errors of judgment you cannot do when you honest with yourself, you understand? But when you use of absurd arguments on purpose to debunk something that's important, that's easy to prove right, so there is
neither one of these two have proven anything right. In fact, Sam's probably even worse than Mikey when it comes to like just not owning stuff and then just talking utter and complete bollocks. At least Mikey will admit times that he doesn't know stuff and tries to sort of be honest, as honest as he can be.
There's a problem. It's just like Weiss is
his limited learning.
Stupid, he's smart here for flat earth. He has common sense and reasoning, and then to debunk, about like debunking TFE is becoming stupid now. So no. Understand? This is a fucking game. We understand that game.
And they're still banging on about TFEs nearly a year later. Funny as fuck. Check out tomorrow. I actually have a video. Still, because the flat earthers are still denying freaking the 24-hour sun, and I think Eric Dubé has claimed recently something like, why is it took until the TFE for us for the 24-hour sun to be shown? And that's fucking weird, because 3 years ago I actually showed the 24-hour sun, and then before the final experiment I actually made a prediction and showed what they'd see, and then they went down there about a week or two later, and it's exactly what I said they're going to see. And I've shown how we've been proven and showed the 24-hour sun, and have been for years and years and years, that flat earthers have just chose to ignore it and shout, nah. Yeah, smart people with common sense, aka stupid people, yeah.
But
They think they're only smart if they agree with them. If they don't agree with them, then they think they're stupid, right? No facts or evidence, and any facts evidence they say, that if they don't understand it, then they just not run away from it.
That's the thing. So again, Mike, what I'm wanting to tell you is just keep on going, keep on doing the good work.
Yeah.
Fuck people that just don't believe in your job, or just criticize you, or whatever. Try to say that your pictures are not genuine and everything. Fuck them, and just keep on going. And you.
I mean, it's funny, but Mikey literally uses editing software, edits his photos. He fully admits he takes them on his phone, which is using a computer. Like, he criticizes anybody else who does. Then he downloads them onto his computer, his laptop, uses software to mess with them, zoom in and stuff, mess with it. Sometimes sends it back, and then sends it back again. Back and forth. Just freaking all that data is just being freaking like compressed and corrupted and zipped and unzipped and stuff like that. And then he claims that all his stuff is 100% legit and only he shows the truth. But he's gone and freaking messed with the image, the original image probably so much, it's almost unrecognizable. So, and then if anybody like Red's Rhetoric shows anything where he like uses his telescope and puts it on his laptop, that he just shouts that CGI is fake because you're running it through software. Fucking Mikey, you run your freaking photos through fucking 10 different freaking software. Some of it's not even meant for freaking astrophotography, nor do you know how to use it correctly. And then you freaking criticize everybody else when they use stuff that's meant for it and actually know how to fucking use it. Like, holy, like, it's just the whole like rules for me don't rules for thee don't apply to me. It's exactly how these guys work.
You're gonna see that this thing is gonna explode all over the place.
Yeah. Well,
So
and the thing is, see, if I could get stars.
As Lindsay Bowes said, 24 sun footage has been there for decades. They just call it fake. They do. I know this. I've had 3 different videos up on TikTok where some fairly toxic flat earthers have been on there. And if they comment to any of those, I say, cool, just prove to me that my house is fake. Show me where it's fake. Because I've used this some of the live footage from the Australian Antarctic program. You go on the website, they have live webcams that are some of the bases. And some of the bases are within where the 24-hour sun happens. And then they'll show a 3-day time lapse leading from 3 days before, leading up to the time that the live stream is. And you can watch and see, and you can watch all the shadows do 360s, the different things. And not a single time have they been able to debunk or falsify any of that footage, because they're going, dude, it's live footage. Look, here's freaking, KC station. And look, here's the current time right there. That station, oh dear, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's as bright as it has been at noon. Oh, look, here's a different station at a different part of Antarctica. Oh, look, that one there says it's 7 o'clock, at night, because it's a different part. It's just as bright as one at 1 o'clock in the morning. Why is that? Here they are on Antarctica. Like, it just all their arguments fall apart because it's all fucking right there. Mikey's goat. That's why he can get away with using software. Oh, of course, that kind. Of course. That's right. Oh, it makes sense. He's the goat. Of course. So he's allowed to.
Every single night, I would be doing that. But I can't do that. It's snowing. It's cloudy.
But
the skies have been horrible for the last month. I don't even know when I'm going to record the stars again.
But I tell you something. You don't have to do that. I tell you something. You've done already your part. Like, you showed us that there is something else about the stars we never saw before, and that's the point. Now, of course, we'd like to have
literally cognitive bias. Mikey has shown something. Don't know what the fuck it is. He's claimed it to be something, and they've gone, I like that. We'll go with that. We can't fucking prove it. We actually know what he's looking at, but he says it's this, and it fits with our preconceived bias, so we'll just go with that. Like, fuck. The typical freaking flyer script right there. Good job, guys.
Pictures every night like this, but I think it's not maybe not yet the time if you cannot find it. It's going to come like in time. And still, I believe that you took these pictures with the right equipment, and but the thing is that
it really hasn't. I mean, it's the basic like starter pack, really, but it's he's got some decent binoculars now, but you could do better. You actually get like a decent telescope.
It was maybe by luck.
In fact, didn't he get a decent telescope? Got pissed off because he couldn't figure out how to use a cell phone mount, which is weird because his current one he uses would have worked just as fine. He packed up and sent it back. I don't even know if that in fact, that telescope wasn't any better than the one that I got from my starter telescope. I looked it up. It really wasn't that much better. So it was pretty much your starter telescope that anybody gets just to get into astronomy. So supposing actually binoculars might be better, sort of.
Because the conditions were like so perfect, and we don't know these conditions because you never never plan into taking these kinds of pictures. So the problem is that we have to find out, we have to understand under what conditions can we have a better chance to take these pictures, and then just work on them, just focus on these conditions. And
that's why there's a technique called lucky imaging. And I actually had asked Mikey Smith if he knows what lucky imaging is. He doesn't. And but a quick Google search would probably teach him. The only thing is, you'd actually have to probably, use like stacking software and stuff to use it, to do it properly. And it might be too technical for him. So it's not actually that hard. And there's loads of YouTube videos to show you how to use it. Like the stuff I use, like pip, which is stacks it, and then I use auto stacker it, and then I run it through Registax, and that's kind of the process I use. So. Oliver Brown said, yeah, binoculars are the best way to start getting into astronomy. Yeah, I would say. And I think the ones that Mikey has are, I looked them up when we first got them, and they are decent little binoculars. And then Oliver Brown said they are to get into astronomy because they are decent binoculars. They have a fairly wide field of vision. It gets in dark skies. You can set them up on this tripod like he does. You probably see some pretty cool stuff. And you can probably see some. We've seen Mikey had seen the Orion Nebula, and you could probably, if you tried, you could probably get the Andromeda. Was it M? I can't remember the M number. Definitely see Andromeda with those. See that, and you could probably see. There's a few other ones. Oh, didn't Mikey get the Ring Nebula as well? He got the Ring Nebula. So yeah, you can definitely, he's got because he lives in Saskatchewan and goes on the prairies. There's so much sky there. So you got all that. It's just old ass prairie, massive skies. I remember I lived in Alberta. It's called Big Sky Country, right? Yeah, they were just. I miss that. That's one thing I do miss. It's just that there's just all that sky, and you can get out away from light pollution so easy. He doesn't know how good he actually has it. M31, thanks, Davids. Is that yeah, M31. That is. That's the Andromeda. Yeah. So for sure. Yeah. But unfortunately, Mikey's using them, but he's using them in probably the wrong way. But yeah. We'll see.
And so that's a situation where we're at. And on my side, I've had a lot of technical problems and everything, and then of course a lot of lack of time because I'm very 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 busy every time. So I didn't take enough time to just go deeper with this. But I know that at one point I have to, and hopefully soon, and I'm going to try to work more seriously on that because I believe this is very very important. Yeah. Because if we succeed into proving that there is a way to watch the stars and to see that there is a structure, because again, it cannot be if you have a structure, you have to understand something, Mikey. You see the question of the dome, all right? If we can prove like on TV tomorrow, whatever, here's the concrete evidence that there is a dome, even though we can prove it, indirectly, like
they can't because there is no dome. They can't even give hypotheticals on it. They can't even give hypothesis. If anybody asks, how high is a dome? At the above the North Pole, this is probably where the dome should be the highest. What's his height? What's his altitude? How high is it? Never give an answer. How high is the sun? Can't give an answer. Mikey Smith says the sun's like freaking 50, 60, 70 miles at the most. Mikey, that doesn't fucking work. Even on your flat earth, that doesn't work. At that altitude, the sun would not illuminate half of this earth. It just wouldn't do it. And the angular size change in just one day to go from, this goes from pinpoint to overhead, bigger, and goes over the top of your head, goes the angular size would be absolutely freaking massive. We'd see that. We see it every single day. We see the sun. We'd see it starts to pinpoint. It'd go freaking massive overhead and then go the pinpoint again. Like, it's just, it falls apart. So just by using just one day's observations, and you can falsify his distance. So it's just fucking, this all falls apart so quick.
We can deduct that there is a dome, through many factors. But the thing is that if you have the hard evidence that there is a dome, so that means that somebody built it. Yeah. It cannot have been made like randomly, like the Big Bang.
Aliens. Ask Mark Sargent. It's aliens. He thinks aliens produced this. He thinks aliens have some sort of technology underground that's creating and making and pushing around all the lava and hot magma. Check a video on it. I did a live stream on it a few months ago. Check it out. Funny as fuck.
Yeah.
So the thing is that the stars that you saw, that you brought us the pictures of, it's the same thing. You see that the stars have also a structure.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be random.
Yeah.
It cannot just be like lights in the sky. And how come a light in the sky can be in the same exact position for thousands of years?
Yeah.
So that means it.
They're not. The stars move. We have stellar aberration. We have parallax. We have stellar drift. We've documented this. Polaris alone, we've documented its movement. Obviously, we have documentation from the Egyptians showing that Polaris wasn't their pole star, but it was Thuban. We also have documentation showing measurements over 50, 100 years or something like that of Polaris actually getting closer and closer to the pole, to the celestial pole, to where it is now, where it's I think it's half a degree from point, has a half degree circle around the celestial pole. But we also know, because the change, we know that eventually it will get to a point a bit closer and it'll start moving away, and eventually then it'll be fucking, I always forget the other one that's close up there. But then it'll be another star that will actually eventually become the pole star. It'll get closer to the celestial pole and Polaris move away. Never remember the other one. Isn't it the dog star? The one that Sirius, isn't Sirius will eventually become the next pole star? Sure it will be. Let me look it up, just double check. Yeah.
It was engineered.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the dome is engineered.
Yeah.
So are the stars.
Yeah.
And this is what you're starting to show to people, is that stars have a structure. You can see it's like a 8 side like this. Okay, it's like deep into something, so you can only see like 5 sides of that octagon there. But it is a structure. It's not a light. It's just like if you look at a floodlight, like a projector.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a light from far away, but then you're gonna zoom in and you're gonna see, oh wait, there's a frame there.
Yeah.
There are like LED light. There are the fucking cable.
Yeah.
This is not like light in the sky. This is a projector. So the thing is that what you're starting to show us is that just as the dome is a structure, so are the stars. Mm-hmm. They are engineered. You understand? That's what's important. That's what confirms, everything else. Because again, that war, but the flat earth, but the globe, it's a war against God. We know that. We understood that a long time ago. So the thing is that, of course, to disprove God, you cannot show the dome, because if the dome proves God, prove that there is an intelligence that built all that, then of course they're gonna try to
Sorry, Vega. Vega is going to be the next pole star after Sirius. As for the whole thing of like flat Earth proves God, which God? Maybe you're a flat Earth God that you're a God that can only create a dirt pizza covered by a salad bowl. But you know, other people believe in a God too that created the whole entire universe, created the spherical Earth, created the solar system, created the whole entire universe. So you can have a God that can create everything in existence. Why not, right? It's literally my imaginary friend's better than your imaginary friend, dude. There's about 3,000. There's 2,999 other deities that people on the earth believe in. And that's one of the main ones. Because if you get, like I said, I've brought this up a few times, but if you get into Shintoism, there's over 1 million different gods. Pretty much everything has a god. If you want to get into Shintoism, everything has a spirit. So, which god, right? I always ask this, which god? So, guys have brought up, yeah. So the next pole star after Polaris, expect to be Vega. It will be the northern star around 14,580. Following Vega will be Gamma Cephiri, which will take place around 4,080. And then it'll be Alderman, will be the next pole star around 17,580. This cycle of pole stars is due to Earth's actual precession, which changes the position of the North Star over time. And funny enough, Sirius will be, I looked it up, Sirius actually will be the southern pole star. At something like, what was it again? I just looked up. Sirius would be the southern pole star around 66,270 BC, AD, just for those who are curious. I'll bring that up here on here so people can see. So, yeah, I thought it was Sirius, but it's actually not. It's going to be Vega. So as I said, Vega, and then it'd be oh crap, yeah, Gamma Cephi, and then it'll be Alderman, and this is Astronomy Magazine is the source for that. So yeah, interesting stuff, and that's because the axial precession of the Earth, which we know happens.
To tell you, oh, well, yeah, that's not good. That's aliens. You know, that's why they need that alien theory shit there. You know, especially now that they're working for like 80 years into developing the UFO Nazi program, which they NASA is all.
Aldebrand, I think that's most flat earthers are showing us how incompetence works. It's most flat earthers, at least the ones that are still in this cult.
But anyways, the thing is that again, that's the importance of what I believe. I know I might be wrong, but I don't think so. At that point is that that importance of your work is that it actually proves not only that the stars have different shapes, but that there is a structure out there that how do you call it, that hosts them, like a structure that that harbors them. So that the thing is that this is very important, and this is also why it's very disturbing, and why you're gonna have all kinds of people watching you in order to criticize you. Because I tell you something, if your pictures were not genuine, you wouldn't have that kind of attention from all these fucking channels. So all these channels.
No, we just, it's just funny to kind of like point out and laugh and let Mikey do his thing. Mikey, like I said, he's doing this thing. It is fun just to watch and stuff, and look at what he brings up and comes up with and stuff. Because he has a really active imagination, and it's fun to watch. So, a lot of Glovers and Flat Earthers, a lot of Glovers actually, funny enough, find Mikey quite entertaining to watch. He's definitely a lot more entertaining to watch than some of the other Flat Earthers. Some are just boring as fuck. Ironworks being one of them. He is quite boring to watch, and some of the stuff he comes up with is, yeah.
All these channels that are making fun of you are in fact confirming that what you're saying is true, because if not, they wouldn't pay attention to it. There's a lot of crazy people out there.
I don't really, well, I make fun of Mikey a little bit, but I really just try to point out where he's talking shit and saying the wrong things. I don't really think it's make fun as much as I just simply correct his fallacies and inconsistencies.
They are like with stupid like bullshit fake news and everything. They're not going to spend their time making videos about it, but they'll spend time making videos in order to discredit what's true. That's for sure. That's their job.
Like Jim Hannes, he doesn't get the attention.
I don't know about Jim Hannes. I don't know. I saw it looks like a good guy. He doesn't talk much. He has a channel like that where he shows pictures, and those are nice pictures. But
Mikey's still freaking so hurt of Jim Anus, kind of doing the same thing Mikey's doing. He does not like that. He wants to have the monopoly on the taking pictures of stars badly and trying to make claims about it.
But the thing is that the pictures that he shows, he shows are widely spread on the internet by many other people.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not so exceptional. Like, of course you can see something like a glow, like it's in the water or something. That's interesting. But there are like, hundreds of thousands of pictures like that now on the net. You understand? So the thing is that it doesn't make what he does like very special. That's why I understand, that. But what you do is special because it's not on the net. It's not nowhere. You can never find it. So this is the difference between you and Jim Ennis, is that the picture, and I don't say it's also a lot of work, going outside and filming and everything. So there's no problem. He's doing a good job. But the thing is that since it cannot come close to what you found out, because again, the pictures that he shows are already being shown by different people all over the place, which confirm actually that those pictures are genuine, because of course.
No, that's genuine.
Yeah. Well, that's also interesting. Hey, that's better picture than like a glow of light. But compared to yours, it doesn't show structure.
Yeah.
It shows a movement of light.
Yeah.
But it doesn't show structure. So the thing is that. So the thing, I don't know how he gets these pictures, because actually what's happening, I believe, if your pictures actually showing the same stars than he shows with his pictures, that means that there is a frame, there is like some kind of a structure for each stars, but that he cannot see when he looked at them, and all he can see is the activity of the electrical activity around that structure.
Well, it's the camera that doesn't know how to record it properly.
Oh, maybe also, I don't know. I didn't investigate his pictures, but the thing is that because of course he didn't fake that. That's what he sees.
This is my picture from my P1000.
Okay.
That looks like a cluster or something. Yes. David Sam is such a simpleton. Like he makes shit up and thinks he's smart because he says words, and that's his evidence. And as soon as anybody confronts him, you watch. As soon as he gets confronted on anything he says, he starts to kind of crumples and goes and tries to talk his way around it, but he just looks stupider and stupider. He's not a very smart man.
That's his picture. Okay, I understand.
That's my picture, so that's why I said, this is. It's not out of focus. It's just the camera can't record this dancing light because there's moisture in the air. That's what I've said 4,000 times.
What you see here is like movement frozen in a split second.
And each individual, not each individual star, but there are stars that are different than the star Sirius, and it would my binoculars would probably record this differently, probably more clear. But
I believe what you by no.
As Aldebaran has brought up, Sam, can Mikey duplicate those pictures, or will they change next time he blurs the stars out of focus? And it's a very good point. I haven't seen Mikey be able to replicate his observations, which shows that what he's doing is shite. He's clicking, he's clicking and moving slides around until it looks like something that he likes to look at. He can't replicate, he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's just clicking and making things look some ways.
Binoculars might do, I don't know, because I didn't investigate that far. But what it might do,
which is, like I said, I tried to. I was actually trying to, and I might have a go here again. Of replicate. I want to see if I can figure out a way, at least getting close to what he does, because I think if I can figure it out, then I can show how he's done it and then break it down, and then I think that would be devastating for him, because I could replicate his stuff and know how he's manipulating, screwing up. So I have CapCut. So I might actually run some of the stuff through CapCut, see if that makes a difference. As David said, as I said before, if he keeps this up, it's going to be a strong top left contender in the future. Yeah, Mikey definitely deserves to be in the running for top left. I think I was seeing somebody else. I did the last live stream was Pete and Peter and Pete, Pete and Repeat. Some of the shit they come up with, they're definitely contenders for top left as well. I mean, the fact they think that water doesn't contain hydrogen or oxygen. I mean, come on, that's pretty top left there.
Especially if you use a phone, it might just show the star.
A phone that's actually a freaking small computer that you guys always bitch and moan that you're using a computer and it can be hacked and NASA is manipulating your images. Is that what you're talking about? Because I'm pretty sure Sam has said this and Mikey said this in the past, not long ago.
I don't know how to say that. It doesn't catch the only the videos catch the movement of the whatever activities is around the star. But when with your equipment, the way you do it, I believe that it cancels actually the shape of the movement of the light and just like focus on what's concrete, like like pictures. Because again, you see that it is.
What? No. All Mikey does is he puts his phone on was it nighttime mode and takes a video. It's just a fucking video of using a smartphone. It's not canceling anything out. I could go out there right now and do the exact same thing he does without a freaking pair of binoculars and take a video of the stars. Like I have done. In fact, I've done the freaking I've used the time lapse to do the star trails and show the northern star trails. All it is, fucking. Sam is talking shit again. Word salad.
It's a structure. It's not like a light distorting. A light distorting doesn't go in right angle. Understand?
Exactly.
Not like this. There are ways. There are devices where you can look at it and you see all kinds of structures like that. But the thing is that what you saw shows that there is a kind of a structure, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense because so is the dome. The dome is also made out of a structure.
Yeah, keep that picture like you're talking about. Yeah.
But what structure? How high was it? Dome made out of? How is it maintained? How is the stuff in it? Like, how come we can't see the stars in the dome? How come we can't see the dome? How come nobody's ever found the dome? How come we've sent things up and nothing's ever hit the dome? As much as you try to claim, the rocket exploding because of the fuel leak is not hitting the dome. It's a rocket exploding because highly flammable fuel has hit a hot source and gone boom. That's not hitting anything.
Yeah, you understand? Yeah. So it is only logical that if you believe that there is a dome on Earth and that it is a structure, that of course everything which is attached to the dome should also be in I've been engineered and have had a structure. This is logical.
Yeah. This one. I have a better one than that one actually. Where is it?
Yeah, down, all the way down. No.
Yeah, exactly. Zach, what is dome made out of? Sometimes they claim it's some sort of magic crystals. Mainly all they ever come up with is magic. That's all they can say.
No, there's a better one. It's a single picture. I don't have.
You see, Magic Sky Daddy made it out of some mythical thing.
This is all.
You can see, of course, you can see that
it's super heavy metal. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Right? Super heavy metal, maybe.
It's an octagon actually. Buried.
It's made from unicorn farts and fairy pixel tears. I don't know.
Almost halfway, I'd say a third of the way into some dark field there. I don't know where it is, but you can clearly see on other pictures. Yeah, you're right. You have better pictures than that. Where you can see it's like octagons into an octagon into an octagon. That means that it's it cannot be a chromatic aberration. You gotta be fucking stupid or chill, or a spy or a fake flat earther to say that. That because
now, David, as you know, buddy, anytime you ask flat earthers to explain any part of their model, they find a way of just kind of moving the goalpost and then running away as fast as possible. It's just it's Flirf 101 right there.
It makes so much sense that it cannot be like this any way you look at it. And even if you believe it, you can just check it out and investigate a little bit and understand that it's not true. Do your homework like any true flat earthers.
And then the firmament right here, you can see how it comes down to create the star.
Well, so now about the firmament, I'm not sure about it because this goes far. I think that what you see here is the other side of that device, that structure there. because you can see the also the you can detect that it is the same shape on the other side, but you don't see it as good as the
No,
side
but
which is lit.
this is just a frequency. This is solid.
Hey, there we are. I found my my live chat. Holy crap! I didn't see it. Somehow got moved over there. I didn't see it till just now. Hey, well done. Okay, happy days. Oh shit!
Right here. This is solid. This is just light.
Yeah, but light onto something. It's lit, but I don't know if it's light. You understand the difference? It's lit, but it's shedding light upon a structure or from a structure, because the light doesn't behave like that. It doesn't behave with like
It would be the same as this.
Oh, what the fuck you say again? Is light is shedding light from one structure onto another structure? Is that what the fuck's that mean?
But it's shedding light upon a structure or from a structure, because the light doesn't behave like that. It doesn't behave with like
It's not light. It's not being lit, but it's light shedding from one structure onto another structure. From one, like it's reflecting. So it's light. You think it's reflecting from one onto another? Fucking
But
hell.
it would be the same as this part here.
So you see the thing. You can see that
Sorry,
the light,
I'm not dumb enough to fucking actually comprehend exactly what the fuck where he's going with that shit.
it's like there was like a flashlight like on top of it. So the big part is like lit, and then the second part is like a little bit less lit, and then less and less. But it's clear that it's like something that is being that provides light, or that is being that receives light, or that's something that is like electrical, something that is being lit from inside or from.
And Mikey loves showing off his car. Like any excuse he can. He's so proud of his Flurfmobile, isn't he?
I don't know. I cannot tell you. Also, I don't know if it can be like like phosphorescent or something. I don't think so. But it's clear that it's something that cannot be explained with that stupid argument of chromatic aberration that's been debunked like so many times.
Yeah,
it hasn't, and that is 100% chromatic aberration there.
No, cannot be explained with that stupid.
Look at that, like you can see the color, you can see it around here, then the red, then the green, like that. You can see the light spectrum being separated. Like,
chromatic aberration has been debunked.
Like you can legit see it. It's freaking.
Like so many times.
Yeah.
And as everybody's pointed out, he's never been able to replicate that again. Mikey has never been able to replicate this observation again.
That stupid argument of chromatic aberration has been debunked like so.
Mikey has never been able to show this. He's done it once, or so Capella. He's done it probably on one night. He had this fucking his camera or the binoculars just the way set for just out of that focus, just enough to cause this, and maybe the atmospheric conditions where the light spectrum, he was the scene was that bad, but he's never been able to replicate this again. So it's or wherever the phone he was using, maybe he had it set just a little bit off center, just a certain angle that wasn't sitting quite flush. It's just off there's so many different factors that you can't say that this is a legit observation if you can't fucking repeat it again and again and again and to show it
so many times.
Yeah.
So that's for sure.
Yeah, as Albright said, how in the bleeping world can these people not see that these are blurry images? They are so fucking out of focus and blurry. Yeah. Mikey did outdo himself that night, and he's never been able to redo it again.
So again,
just look
at that. Look at the digital noise and the freaking the freaking garbage in this is just fucking. I know what he's done here. He's took like a picture with his phone. He's zoomed in, digital zoom, and it's just freaking so much freaking noise, and just look how blurry everything is. It's just look at that. That's so bad.
This is the file that I have. This is all the stuff I'm sending to the.
I showed how Mikey did this because I took a picture of the Milky Way. and then I went on my computer and then went zoom, put the zoom rate up in the freaking file imager, and freaking got the same effect. It's just loads of fucking noise.
Judge all these pictures and video. This is the original video right here of the Star Series.
So that's the thing also, you have a lot of comments on my channel like about the
So I see you showed the judge all this.
Video.
Hold on.
Debunked like so many times.
Yeah.
So that's for sure. So again,
just looking at some. This is the file that I have. This is all the stuff I'm sending to the judge. All these pictures and video. This is the original video right here.
To get that, people, as everybody knows, all this stuff he's looking at here, he's sending to the judge for the case that's already been dismissed and thrown out of court, and he's been ordered to pay $700. Mikey's you're literally flogging a dead horse, buddy. You really, really are. Like, it's just, I wish you just accept it and move on.
Of the Star Series.
So that's the thing also, you have a lot of comments on my channel like about the stars, and I have that smart guy there, or like, I don't know, a bot or something, AI or some shit, that tells me, oh yeah, but hey, I took a picture of the Andromeda galaxy now, so what do you have to say now? I say, okay, no problem, just now take a video of it and show it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You motherfucker. Like
I showed a video of somebody taking the Andromeda Galaxy in a shorts I did not long ago. I went to Grisdale Observatory, and part of that is that the astronomer, one of the astronomers there, showed us on a big screen on that on his in the observatory with his telescope and everything. I was standing right there. I took a video, and he pointed it straight at M31, and there was a video, and you can see it. He just had it on the live stacking, so as you can see it locked on, and you can see it coming through. That was a video of the Andromeda Galaxy. Not hard to do, people. I know you'll just deny it, but I'm gonna probably do the same thing soon. Next time I go out, it's one of the targets you're looking for.
Picture. Oh, you took a picture. I took a picture of Santa Claus, in the fucking mall.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What the fuck, then Santa Claus exists. You fucking idiot. So the thing is that, again, the thing is that
Santa Claus exists just like the flat Earth exists.
A picture is like, in all the pictures of the galaxies are fake. We've seen that, and I saw that. I explained that in my video, the telescope conspiracy part 3, where you can.
Well, that's funny because let's see here. I think I've actually let's think of something. I myself actually have a picture. Oh, I could show it on. I know where it is. Not there. Where's this mouse? Mouse keeps taking off on me here. Did I put it in here? I think I put it in here. Did not. I actually have a picture of the Andromeda Galaxy that I took. I'm sure it's on here. Yeah, sure. Right. Back on here. I don't want to leave dead space too long.
You can see that all the so-called people with telescope, like amateurs, like people, like regular people taking pictures of the stars with their telescopes in their backyard, everything is fake. Not one we saw like genuine. They look real. They
So you think everything anybody's took in the backyard with telescopes is fake? See, as I said, they claim anything taken in a telescope because it falsifies them. Amateurs, so just regular folks that have interest in the stars, like the same as Mikey Smith, and he says they're fake. Like fucking just
telescope, like
insane.
amateurs, like people, like regular people taking pictures of the stars with their telescopes in their backyard. Everything is fake. Not one we saw like genuine. They look
Here we go.
real. They take real pictures, with real telescopes. They show you like real sky, and then suddenly when it comes to to show galaxies, like a CGI picture that comes as a frame like that. Like it's all fake. It's an intox, and this also is interesting because it proves that the people behind that, which is I don't know who it is, people like agencies like CIA, like whatever it is, NASA, whatever. The thing is that they know how to make now small channels that look like like they're not like part of any big organization. They're like small channels with small views, not too many views, small videos like that. And this is what they're producing now. They're producing small channels, small guys, small, and because they don't want it to, to appear like, if they, like if there is a big channel with like millions of views, you can say, okay, that those guys are like, they've been sponsored or something. But they can also now sponsor small channels with like,
Really?
15 views, 100 views, and 200, subscribers.
Sam, can you send them my way? Come sponsor my channel. Yeah. I'm up for sponsorship. If it help, get some of those bucks in. Yeah, by all means. Sam, send them my way. I want to get sponsored.
Whatever. So the thing is that this is what they do now. They can do that, and then they're paying people, regular people, to take pictures with their telescopes and say, "Okay, show me a picture of you, you watching at the stars with a telescope," and then they pay them, and then they add that up, or they're working with them. I don't know, but it's all fake. I challenge anybody to show me like one real.
Oh, please! I want to get. Can you pay me to take pictures of the stars, and galaxies and stuff, dude? I'm not joking. Look, I'm not seeing a shill, but look, if they want to pay me to do my hobby, if I want to get paid to go out and take pictures of the stars and to do the stuff I'm doing anyways, yeah. Hello? Why? Who wouldn't say we want somebody to approach you, a small channel? I don't have a small channel. I'll do that. Come on. Like, I'm going to do the same thing I'm doing now anyways, but crap. But guess what? That's not happening. That's not happening. Nobody is paying any amateur astronomer to go out and take pictures of the stars. These people are going out and doing it for the love of the astronomy and because you want to do it. As David said, a stacked image is so much more detailed. Why the fuck would you want a video? Exactly. A video is going to have all movement, shaking. It's like a stacked image is so much more detailed. You take a legit, like what I do, I take like a series of frames, like say 1,500 frames. That's the same as a video, really. I have my tracking mount now, so I can take longer videos, and then take all those frames, which is the same as a video, and I stack them. And so I can drop the detail, and I can throw out the shitty frames that are blurry, fuzzy, the seeing was bad, and I can keep like the top 50%, top like 30% of the best. So out of the 1,500, I'm keeping the top, like, whatever, the top few hundred, top 60, 70. And I'm taking those and then using all them stacked on to sort through to make the best image. That's exactly, like I said, that's where you can get all that detail. Yeah, he's basically asking for something that looks the same, but less detailed. Yeah, buy a fucking telescope. You can do it yourself, for crying out loud. Exactly. I said, go fucking buy a telescope and then look through a telescope. Look with your eye. Go buy a freaking 12-inch Dobsonian. You can collect a big, huge, massive light bucket and go look at stuff. And then tell me, you're not saying, look with your eye. No computers whatsoever. Decent eyepiece, massive, huge aperture. Go have fun. Go in dark skies, set it up, and freaking look and tell me you don't see it. Go look at M31. Go look at Andromeda Galaxy. Right there you are. As we can see it, I got pictures of it myself. If I can find my freaking picture, but here it does it. think I know where it is. Did I put it up? I did. All right. So yeah, oh, fuck's sake. $150 to $200 is enough to know. Exactly. Yeah. The one is what the the one there. See if I can find something. There you are. So if we go to yeah, as David said, there you are. For $159. It's not the best, but fucking certainly better than he's got now. You can buy this Celestron 127 EQ reflector telescope for $159. Comes with everything you need. Have fun, right? There you are. That's not the best. You don't get the best detail. The mirror isn't the best and stuff like that. But I said I got the 130. This on the EQ mount. There you are. The mount looks not nearly as good as one I have, but you know, for $159, hey, that'll get you. That'll get you around. That'll get you exactly what you want to see right there. I mean, as you said, what 100 for 160, 369. I think this is actually pounds. Let's see here. So for a bit more money, you can buy a ZWO C Star S30 all in one. There you go, boys. Have fun. Look, us on save $50 right now, eh? 369 pounds. Or even get a second hand, just like David said. Like me, I bought my it's upstairs, but I bought the you go to a pawn shop. There's always telescopes there. 30 I bought one of these for 50 pounds, right? Even if you convert that to US dollars, you look at maybe what, $70? $100 at most. You can buy it right now on here, $200. It's still like this has got a bit better the finder scope than the one that mine came with stock with. I actually have a better finder scope now, but that'll get you there. Hey, have fun. So you can find these. These are really popular. You find them on Marketplace. Might find it on eBay. Not a problem. I've seen some of these for like cheaper than that. So yeah, like you said, these guys just refuse to actually do this shit.
You know, live video of a galaxy doesn't exist, but they need that galaxy theory to justify.
That guy, you know that Mikey doesn't want a telescope, right? You see, he had that one, and I don't even think he left his apartment. Some people think he took it out. I'm pretty sure I watched that live stream, and he got to the cell phone holder thing. He didn't like it, thought it was a piece of crap, and he literally tore it down, put it back in the box instead of sending it back. This is garbage. So he's not even interested. Yeah, he did. He had one that was like kind of like my little refractor that I have. Because I went to go do a video, he got it. I went out and did a live stream that night. Because he said he's going out that night because I wanted to compare his with mine. Now his was a 90 millimeter aperture, mine's a 70 millimeters. He actually had a bigger, higher aperture, and I think his actually has slightly better lenses. Definitely, I had a bigger lens. And I went out and did the live stream. And then I got up in the morning and found out I'd see he had it, he's unpacking it. He's going to go out, and I found out he had it packed up and sent it away. And I went on seeing the video. So he's not interested at all.
That fake logic based on lies, of course, that there are aliens, since there are so many planets and so many, then you have to have life.
Oh shit!
It has to, you will be arrogant to believe otherwise. No, what's arrogant is to make people believe that there are galaxies that are ourselves, which they're not. You see, this is the thing. What is that? Oh, we saw that picture. I saw that's the moon, right? You're comparing the
moon with the firmament. Yeah. Just random pictures when you're talking, just throwing some out there for people.
Moon with the firmament. Love it.
Let's see. This one I like, the Polaris.
So here you see also, like, you can detect the shape is like less clear than than the others. But
there's no shape. Like, that's just smudge and so out of focus. Holy fuck!
But you can detect the same pattern, the same shape like that, like a cone like this on both sides. And then what you did here is like.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back to that file that I have, or the pictures that I brought up. Yeah, I need to go to my these ones here, because there's some pictures I have. That white dot shows up there. This one, like this, right at the bottom here. Like that stretches out really far. See, that's what I'm saying. This is clear-ish or transparent when this could be solid. I think the top is part of the firmament, and then it creates it like almost like a light on your bedroom ceiling, type of thing.
I have no idea. This is like we don't have enough information to but any theory is interesting anyway for now. But what's almost certain is that it's there's an electric activity over there, and again there is a structure that cannot be the product of distorting light. Light don't distort like that. This is a structure. You have to be totally crazy to believe otherwise. There's a structure. I don't know what it is made out of. I don't know how it works, but I know how to recognize a structure when I see one. So this is a structure. That means it was built, it was engineered. It is not random, and that's it. And it's electrical. It's working with electricity. And again, it doesn't contradict. First of all, the ancient books that also say that, and it makes sense. So not only it is logical,
it doesn't contradict a bunch of sheep herders who had verbal stories and legends and stuff that are passed down from generation to generation, and then eventually were written down, stashed in a cave, found somewhere, ancient something that got translated about 700 different times, and things were added and taken away in the books, fully admitted, depending on which ones you want to talk about, until they came out with what the push narrative that they wanted. Right. Okay, we're going to trust that.
But it's just like it's not it cannot be like debunked by anything that we know from the past, like people wrote about stars in the past.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That's interesting.
Easy debunked.
So that's why I believe that your work is important, and that we have to keep on go deeper in that direction, because it's very, very important. So that's why now we're talking together. So you're gonna have like fake channels like that fat fuck on drugs, like how do you call him, like fucking debunk show.
Yeah.
The drunk debunk shit. So they're gonna talk. They're gonna make fun for like 3 hours. With amphetamines, and drugs, not to make them laugh like for 3 hours straight. Every like 2 seconds.
Fuck, man. I tell you what, freaking Drunk Debunk Show does live in their head rent free, doesn't he? Holy shit. He doesn't like me too much, but yeah, that's here nor there. That's a personal thing, and I don't really care. But yeah, he does sit there and giggle quite a bit. Get back onto this. Sorry, I'm just switching things around here, but where are you? There you are. Oh, that's not it. Oh. Don't do that. There we are.
You know, that's what they do. Like, you take a picture, it looks at us and he talks about that, like, you know, for like, you know, 3 hours, laughing on drugs, you know. Fucking people are fucking degenerates, fucking sodomites, man. That's what happened. That's what happened. And this is, you know, they're proving by it that is very important in order to try to undermine that, you know, so unsuccessfully and so badly, but it doesn't matter, you know, their will to do so, you know, is a proof in itself that, you know, what you're doing is important and they have to undermine it as, you know, as much as possible.
Yeah.
Man, what can I tell you?
Yeah.
So besides that, something new? Anything new?
Anything new?
Sky News.
Yeah, the only thing is, I'm just waiting for the sky to clear. That's kind of my thing. Like, whether I need to do it or not, I want to do it, like record the stars, because I want to know what they are for my own personal reasons. Whether I share it on YouTube.
I don't know. I think all that. So just want to see if I can bring this up here real quick. I'm just trying to bring up a new. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So like I said, this is a picture I took in October with my S24. Now I've enhanced the colors a bit using a program called GIMP. And I'm messing around with it a bit, but that's the Andromeda right there that I actually had shot with just using this guy here, long exposure shot. And I just sat it on the cover of a telescope that was sitting there because we had some big some Dobsonians that you could use. And that's a picture of the Andromeda galaxy that I took with my phone. So they ask for that, but I can use the same equipment that Mikey uses and I can get on them. So now obviously use the software and it stacks it yourself. I use the astrophotography mode to get that. But yeah. It's not that hard, folks. So it doesn't look quite like that. It looks a little not quite as it looks more faint than that. Clarence is like, Mikey won't have money for it for a telescope. That is true. He doesn't have money for fuel to drive out to CSA. Not like you probably should anyways. But yeah, he's he thinks that the judgment doesn't mean anything, and that he's like, he even said at the beginning of the stream, how they're gonna get the money from me. It's like, Mikey, you're on social assistance. They'll literally take it from you.
YouTube or not, that's my own thing, but my main goal is to get Polaris clear, because I want to know what Polaris looks like. I have a good picture of one, but I want better. I want clear. Because
tell me something. If you can you use a drone in what you're doing, like, you know, like to bring a camera up there, like, you know, like another like mile up there?
That would probably not be very good. Use a drone to try to do long exposure shots. I mean, fucking hell, holy shit, Sam. Holy shit. You want to take astrophotography, point light source, long exposure, and you want to put it on a drone. That's how you're going to maintain even some of the really good DJIs can be pretty stable, but still, if you got winds, you can go up higher. You got all different winds and stuff like that, and that's going to have such a drift, long exposure, dude, no fucking hell. And then from like a sensor that's probably even smaller, well, the size of a mobile phone, like, fuck. The sensors aren't massive on those. You just get a telescope. Get a freaking big telescope. That's what you want. Collect more light.
I don't know. I know that there are regulations.
they only go to 400 feet or so, those drones. There's a limit.
Okay. Can Do we do it illegally then?
We could, but I don't know what it's going to do because we need to be able to focus and we need to carry a set of binoculars up there. But we don't have a drone. Well, there are drones that could probably carry 10 pounds, but I don't have one, and I don't have $100,000 for that kind of capability.
What?
It's not $100,000. Be a few grand, not 100,000 though. Not for a drone that can carry that kind of weight. Not like it do any good anyways.
10 pounds. I'm talking about just like a small camera. Just
No,
like just,
I don't want small camera. I want my binoculars.
Yeah, you need the binoculars. Yeah, that's right.
Or
There's a guy who's using a mobile phone camera, which is tiny. They're not big lenses.
Or go up in a helicopter. Well, even a helicopter would work probably.
No.
Well, even just a few thousand feet, just to get above the moisture. Because on airplanes.
It lives in freaking Saskatchewan. There's not much moisture in the air. Fuck hell, it's literally a living freaking desert. Shit, especially wintertime. If you can get out of the away from the city, away from all the central heating and stuff like that, you're way out into the prairie, out where it's cold. That's cold, dry air.
Stable enough, I guess. I can probably.
Well, wait a second. If you're saying that in an airplane is possible, maybe you can jump in an airplane for like a cheap,
Airplanes move, you fucking idiots. It'd be something moving a few hundred miles an hour, a few hundred kilometers, a couple hundred kilometers an hour. It'd be fucking moving. It'd just be freaking streaks across trying to get that. Like, fuck. These guys are morons.
Travel there, like from
and a freaking helicopter. You ever see somebody trying to fucking fly a helicopter? They're not exactly the most stable fucking platform.
But you are to Ottawa or something back as long as you're in the air at night.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you can have like $150 trip. Like I don't know.
No, I know. Yeah, anything. Yeah.
Local flights. Local flights like that.
I haven't been on an.
Have these guys ever watched a cop chase video where they're trying to like fly and then keep a camera fixed on like a car or on an arrest? You ever notice how it seems like they're circling going around and they're constantly having to move the camera and keep it like all around, like they're zooming in, like fucking these are professionals, like holy shit.
An airplane since I was a flat earther. Before then, I've been on airplanes all the time, but I thought the Earth was a globe at that point. But now I've got too many things to do in an airplane. I'd be like totally focused right out that window the whole time.
Well, maybe.
Lindsay, I know Mikey thinks the sun's 80 miles away, which that alone, and just say watch the sun for one day, you think 80 miles high, and the fact that there'd be a massive change in angular size of the sun, which doesn't happen. That falsifies that right fucking there. That's it. Like it's just you can't say it's 80 miles away and then also show the sun doesn't change angular size. He claims it goes for a pinpoint, and we've all seen this. He claims Mikey himself has proved himself wrong. He claims the sun goes to a pinpoint and then has put up videos of the sun setting behind the horizon and not changing angular size and going to a pinpoint. He says one thing and then shows exactly the opposite. It's fucking mind-boggling. And that he's so blind that he shows this stuff and can't even comprehend that he's just literally falsified everything he said in his own video.
Maybe that's an idea. Just check out the local flights. Like if you can go up in the air for like a half an hour or an hour, from one side to kind of.
And give it another 20 minutes, folks, and then I'm going to get off here. So I'm probably not going to make it to Dapper Diners on Dino.
That to the other, for cheap sometimes, back and forth like that. It's possible. It's going to cost, a few bucks, but I don't think it's like, it's not the end of the world. It's like
just
maybe
take
it's possible.
There, turn back and come back.
The problem, I don't know if you'll be able to use those binoculars, into the plane. I don't know how you can do that.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'll have to like clear out a whole row, set up my.
No, maybe
reflection off the window.
Maybe a monocular, like one thing, like that just. You have to
work. I have one. Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
With a phone, you have to figure out like a way to like just like
idea. That's a great idea, actually.
And then you can just like make it smaller and just like tack it up, tack, and then zoom. Then nobody's gonna say nothing. But if you come with all this that equipment, then nobody. I don't think they're gonna allow you to do that. But it's an idea. We have to think about anything we can do.
Yeah, Lindsay, I've seen that. Mikey has a video of the sun setting and lighting up the bottom of a plane, which is impossible on his flat Earth. The flat Earth falsified. Yeah, I've seen that. Funny as fuck.
Is the means that we have. The thing is that all we have is.
No, he doesn't understand what that means. I think that's where the disconnect is. He's legit shows stuff that falsifies everything he said about the sun, and he doesn't have the capacity to comprehend exactly what he's just showing. Like because not only has he took that video, but then he's gone home and done a bit of editing, probably seems like minimalistic, and then posted it up on YouTube and let it load up and then posted it. So I mean, yeah, this shows there's absolutely no comprehension what he's just shown. Most flat earthers at least try to attempt to hide the stuff that falsifies their narrative.
This common sense is the will to understand the truth.
Yeah.
And we have, thank God, like a few tools today we can use, like internet, like some technology, some devices that we can use, that are not very expensive, but that can do a lot of work if you use them, for the right things. So that's it. And the thing is that, again, like when you look at NASA's pictures of Sirius and everything, it's fucking ridiculous. With all the budget they have, all the money they have, they only show you like a big glow of light and nothing else. So it doesn't matter what kind of telescope you have. You can have like a extra large telescope. You're gonna see the same pictures. It's never gonna zoom in zoom on the star. It's just gonna show you, like, they're gonna see the same star, but they're gonna tell you, oh, now it's like a few billion light years away now. But it's the same fucking star.
Yeah.
This is how they can fool, like, masses of idiots, that are not idiots, actually, that are made idiots by the system, but they're being dumbed down. Okay, yeah, those are check it out what I show you. What the you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah. Oh,
Even the pictures that Jim Annis takes are like better than that. The pictures that Jim Annis style pictures, they're good. They're like much better than what NASA shows. How come NASA doesn't show this? They're just like black blood spot of like, what the hell is that? You gotta be fucking crazy, fucking degenerate.
I just context. Here's a picture I took of Arcturus myself. This is my picture I took with my rig. No NASA, nobody's involved. This is simply just me. It's Arcturus. What did they show for their thing?
No.
He's showing that, and then what pictures do we get when we actually do it ourselves? Yeah, and these are things amateur astronomers are doing in their own backyards. And I said my stuff isn't all that great, so. This is fucking amazing. I just find Mikey fascinating and amazing because he said all this stuff can be really shown, and yet he just purposely denies it all.
Dumbed down. Okay, yeah, those are check it out what I show you. What the you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah. Oh,
even the pictures that Jim Annis takes are like better than that. The pictures that Jim Annis style pictures.
Some of those it does say like maybe like what they obviously close up. We can't, that's 700 or that's several light years away. So we can't show exactly what that celestial body looks like that far away because we don't have anything that can travel that far in the time, in a human lifetime. But so someone does say like, maybe like what they think an artistic, not doing rendition with it, but somebody who's like artistically what we know we can see, and from the data and everything, we can say, okay, this is what we figure. This is pretty what it looks like close up. But then we also have real pictures like the one I showed to say this is what it looks like though. This is the pictures we have taken. Maybe space agencies, so they have like the telescopes that obviously are either deep sky places like massive huge telescopes, or they have the ones like James Webb and stuff that and what is the one? Crap, I can't even think of the one that's up there. It's been up there since the 90s. where it's out of the atmosphere, and we can get fantastic photographs. Massive, huge aperture, big, huge telescope, way up. And so we know what they look like. So it's yeah. But they not all of them, don't they? So
pictures. They're good. They're like much better than what NASA shows. I come.
they don't. They're not. Though. And if you see anything what Mikey shows, is just as garbage as as anything else. Like, doesn't Jim Annis, doesn't he use like a out of focus P1000 out of focus images? Guys use autofocus or something. I'm pretty sure I've seen some of his stuff.
NASA doesn't show this. They're just like black blood spot of like what the hell is that? You gotta be fucking crazy, fucking degenerate, to even consider that this thing, can be genuine. This is like, I'm not saying it's fake. I'm just saying it's just like they just like amplify the light and show the lights.
No, this is 100% fake. This is computer generated. This isn't even.
Oh yeah.
But says the guy who used this to make it using fucking computer programs and computer generated is fully admitted to it. Like, fuck, this is more CGI than any of this stuff. Shit.
Besides that, but anyways, even with my binoculars, I can maybe on my telescopes, I can probably look at the stars and get like a glow of light like this. It's possible also. I don't say no, but the thing is that NASA doesn't have any excuse because they have the best equipment ever. They have like billions of dollars, but maybe they're investing it in that Nazi UFO program they're working on since von Braun. The von Braun was not a rocket expert; he was a UFO expert. All these people were.
He wasn't. He was a rocket expert that at first was building missiles, and then I used that to build rockets, like the Saturn V.
Working on the UFO program, so they
It was a UFO program. That's bullshit. Just making shit up.
Trying to tell you they were like rocket scientists, no motherfuckers. They're UFO scientists. You understand?
Really, because it looks like the same technology they use to freaking shoot rockets and missiles. If it's UFOs, then why don't we have flying cars yet?
And this is why they had to create that fake agency, that fake space program, to keep on, working on.
Why is it only Elon Musk in the last freaking decade, or so that's actually able to advance rocket technology using something kind of similar, but building, on it, the same sort of stuff. But why is it that the richest man, one of the most richest man and a fantastic engineer, doesn't have this rocket technology, but yeah, he seems to be doing better than most of the space agencies in the world. Kind of weird, isn't it?
On that secret program there. This is the best way to cover it up and to use the billions they need for that, and to make people believe that they need so much money to make a fucking, an engine go up in the sky like for like a few minutes.
These guys realize that like the USA pays more in fucking like in interest payments than NASA gets for its whole entire budget, like several times. Like US's interest payments on its loans are many times more than NASA's entire budget, and NASA's budget is being cut. I think who's looked it up? Was it I think it's FTFE. Craig, when he looked it up, accounting for inflation and like that, NASA's on about 48%. If you look at the equal, well, 48% of the budget is as they were in the early 2000s. Since the early 2000s, they've lost near about half their budget. If you're looking at like accounting for inflation, to look at the money, how much it was worth then, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, compared to now. I guess this fucking hell. And then they moan and bitch. Maybe go talk to the USA about their freaking like their military budget, eh? Ask why they're spending so much on stuff like that.
Yeah, Rossonate says, like, I'm trying to come up with a different, better explanation. Rossonate says, what do you mean by frequency? And I'm like, well, that's the only thing I can.
Victoria said, you should mention to Mikey that you could get a way better star pictures with a proper flash. Yeah, just mention it to him. Lindsay said, if you aren't going to make it to Daper, will you cover the rest of this later? Lindsay, yeah, look, I'm going to call him in 15 minutes. I don't know if I'll make it to Dapper, But like, if Mikey doesn't take this down, which I don't think he will, it looks like one of the live streams you'll probably keep up. Then I'll cover the rest of this on Sunday. All right. We'll crack on. We'll do another 15 minutes, and we'll call it. All right.
Come up with this.
Yeah, it makes sense because why? Because
I don't know what
I tell you the thing is that Mikey.
What would you call that?
I'd say a frequency, an energy, electrical, movement.
Yeah.
And the thing is that Mikey is taking videos of stars, so you can see the movement.
Yeah.
It's not like he doesn't take a picture just of the star.
Yeah.
But he takes videos. All the pictures that he shows you are made out of, from videos. They're extracted out of videos. So in the video, you can see the movement of the stars, and you see that there is a structure that does not move, and that what's around it moves. You understand? So that's important because when you take a picture, you don't know what you're looking at. But when you take a video, and actually you're going to see that there's not too many videos of stars, and also NASA doesn't show too many videos of stars and too many pictures of stars also, like Sirius and everything. If you type Sirius star, which is one of the biggest star, the brightest star, that we can see from Earth, you're going to see that NASA doesn't have nothing. They have like a few pictures of it for 40 years, 50 years. They have nothing. They don't want to show you anything.
I fucking what? Right here. I just want to check something out here. Go back to this. Let me play this for a bit.
How come? If you have a good equipment, you should first try to understand what a star is by focusing on what's close. What do you what do you focus on what's far away? Just understand what's close and then go far away. But I don't want to understand what's close. I don't want to see what's close. You understand?
Yeah.
They just want to prove. The telescopes are made to prove you that there is a space, there is depth in space, and there are galaxies with aliens. This is what it's made for. It's not made to understand the stars. There's nothing been done. It's not done for that. It's made for the opposite, actually. You see, now you can see that. Of course, you can see it might be a distortion of the phone or something, but at that point, it's not very possible because you can see when you zoom and when you stop it, you can see that that it's over there, that the variation is over there.
Yeah, but the thing is, that the phone is going to record whatever the binoculars are seeing.
Exactly.
Like this is it's just there's too much structure. There's too much. What's the word? Not structure, but what's the word I want to look for? Geometric shape, or something.
Yeah. So it's clear that there is something over there that is not moving, that is fixed in one position, it doesn't travel anywhere, and it's just like it has an electrical kind of field around, like there's electrical activity. What we say electrical because this is what we have here, what we have to think with. That's all we have to think with. It's like it's electrical. There's some kind of an energy there that that tells us that this is engineered. This cannot be random. Those are not just like. And anyways, lights cannot just stay like in the same spot all the time. If it was random, it would be like moving. It would be like But this stays exactly the same. So it's you have to be a total idiot to to try to debunk that, or of course an agent of some kind. Agent working for people that working for people that are working for people that are working for the people that invented the globe, which is
So here, see here. No, that's not it. Hold on, wait a minute. Why am I not seeing that? Nope. Sorry, I'm just gonna try to bring up my. There we are. Just see, Mikey's. This is why he's scared to have me on his thing. asking if we can see stars, right? Why don't we see the stars? Mikey can see stars. This is live video that I was doing. I was on a live stream of a star. There's a video right here. This is before I have my tracking mount. So why it's shaking like that is I'm turning the knobs on the on the I just want to double check and show some focus. So I just turning the knobs on my equatorial mount. So right now I put a Baphomet mask on, so look to see the refraction spikes to try to get it focused in. So there we are. Adjust my tracking motor here. Oh no, I have my tracking motor this time. Just slow it down. Hopefully that should go the other way. Let's just move the other way a bit. Stars don't. Not that bad. They actually move pretty quick. You see, he wants a video of stars. Now his stars compared to mine, right? There you go. So let's look at the stellarium. That should be Arcturus up there. That's Arcturus. So Mikey, if you happen to look at my stuff, he thinks this is a video of a star.
Catholic Church 600 years ago with Nicholas of Cusa.
I do apologize. The fact is, I was using my webcam, my laptop microphone, so it's rather crap. So I'm gonna try to use Bluetooth next time out. So, but and you look at what I had got. This is using a telescope and an astro camera. On the screen right now. And hopefully I can get some planets here. I don't know what's up right now. I'll have to look at the map app in a second. Up a tiny bit. Now, but yeah, this is why Mikey Smith is legit got me even blocked, because I've sent him these videos and he's blocked me on his channel. So from his and he's got my email blocked as well.
And they started to say that that there are other Earths in space and everything. But if the entire world supposedly believed that for like 2,000 years, how come that fucking guy had to make a fucking book like 600 years ago about it? So this is bullshit. This is a Roman pagan invention in order to fight God and fight His creation.
See, there's 2 or 3 stages, eh? So there's this stage, that stage, and then the full energy, and it goes in and out.
That is just.
I believe what
it's just mad the way he's somehow was able to. I don't know what the fuck he's catching there. It's just mad.
Well, I see that I believe that maybe the structure is some kind of transparent, and the light is coming from within.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Understand?
How do you get a point light source to be such a long bar? That's just freaking. I mean, what I could think of is if you ever looked at the lenses in the back of your cameras, like my S24, right? This one here, if you look at it, if you look at the lens, like in light, right, so you can actually see it. It's not perfectly right. It's because I think that's the one for zooming in, but it's actually like it's cropped. It goes on one. It's not perfectly round, but it's like an oval, right? So that kind of, and then because that'd be the shape of the lens. So I'm wondering, yeah, mad.
It's coming from within and it's being spread on that structure that is transparent, because you can see it's transparent because on the sides you can see that it.
What about splitting it? Is that
possible.
Am I saying that right? Splitting it, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Splitting it. He's talking about splitting binary star, dual stars. Like, I think like we got crap. Who's that? Yeah, I got Sirius. That's it. So you got Sirius A and Sirius B, right? So it's actually got two stars there, one orbits from the other. Now I've heard it's really hard to do it with that particular one. Other ones you can do easier. You can actually split the stars, so you can get high enough detail and good enough magnification. Being that if you have the atmospheric conditions, that you can actually split the stars, so you can see the two individual stars that are in the system together. That's what he's talking about splitting it. At least that's my understanding of it.
See,
But it is clear that the light is.
that's why I think the top is part of the firmament, because it has to be connected to something. And when it starts seed, it's still the firmament on the top, and then it shoots out the bottom.
So that's it. You know, there are LED lights. You know that I work with that you can put on the clear glass shelf. You know, and you don't see the LED light, and it lights up the entire glass. You know, with light with light, but you don't see it. It's like, you know, it's on one side like this of the glass, and the glass is built in such a way that it diffuses the light, you know, evenly all over the shelf. So the thing is that it's it's very possible to understand that. It's very easy, I'd say, to understand that since there is an intensity of light, you know, that varies, you know, from strong to weak to strong. So that means there is an flowing energy which can be compared to some kind of an electrical, action.
All the brands come up with these guys are like when you were 12 years old, out after midnight during the summer vacation, talking childish philosophical ideas while looking at the stars because we were tired.
Action or reaction.
I like that.
This is great. Check it out. Look at that picture. That it clearly shows you that there is a structure. It cannot be.
It fucking doesn't. It clearly shows you have a really freaking fuzzy, freaking out of focus, freaking garbage, freaking image of a point light source that you can't even fucking replicate again. This is trash. Like, fuck. Just once again, for anybody who's watching, this is a video I've done of a fucking star, and you can clearly see his versus mine. And I said, this is a video of a star.
I can take the stack that if I want.
You see it?
To try to do.
Flickering, moving there. But this one's in focus. I even got my bafflement mask out, made sure to have the reflection spikes where they should be. I used an astro camera and using a Newtonian telescope.
Is it going to see?
Slight difference when you have stuff in fucking focus.
On exposure, so.
And this is legit what you're seeing on the screen. Here is sharp caps here. So what you see here is exactly what's seen on the screen. Not run through any kind of like editing software. Not running it through freaking like what's that one? He's this thing he uses, that freaking other thing. Yeah, like it's like I've gone and ran it through freaking CapCut, ran it through freaking ran it through the imaging software on my phone, like my the video or picture looking software, then ran it through this, ran it through my phone, manipulated it, shit like that. Like what Mikey's admitted that he's done. He's gone and manipulates the shit out of them. This is a straight recording of what is exactly seen on the screen as I'm standing here looking at it. Oh, and you can't even see, but behind me here, you watch this video called Celestial Observations during using a telescope scares Mikey Smith. I posted this up 4 months ago. I think this is just after Mikey Smith got his telescope and then sent it back. This is a video I've done, so I'm hoping to do more like this. So. Oh yeah, no, there I am, right there. Sorry, you see me right there. So. I think here's. I
Yeah,
think this is.
This is in. I never get it right.
I got the Pleiades here. I'll say the
Okay,
Pleiades. I'll go back. I don't want to check that out if you're interested in it.
Light distortion or any form of known aberration, and if it is so, you're gonna have to they're gonna have to name that aberration, according to your name. Mike aberration, Mike is aberration.
Yeah.
You can claim a new kind of aberration. It's your kind, the only kind, until people start doing what you're doing, and these pictures are going to come up all over the world. And this is what I believe they're scared of course, because it proves again that the stars are like the dome, engineered by a superior intelligence. It cannot have been made randomly, and that's the war. So that's the war of these fucking sodomites.
They don't prove any of what you just said. This fucking word salad and bullshit again.
Of course. But it's not the same time. Sorry, it's not the first time it happens. This situation, because again, I believe in our books, in our ancient books, and many times in history you see that there were like new world orders, being implanted. Like it's more like new world disorders, at all kinds of levels. And people have been fighting the idea of God all along, and they've been falling all the time. They've been falling, been destroyed, and they come.
These guys realize most scientists and probably astrophotographers and astronomers believe in a god of some sort. That's not uncommon. Majority of the world believes in some sort of deity and prescribes a religion of sorts.
Come back and they do it again. So it's not new, to make people believe that there is no God, and that technology is God and manpower is God.
No, that's true. That's all bullshit. You can look at the stars and for what they are, not this bullshit, and still believe in a god.
This is like it's an old fight, These people don't learn. They're just driven by their fucking distorted.
Sam is so convinced that he is in some sort of spiritual holy battle against the dark deities. I think he's just so desperate to have some sort of warrior. There'd be some sort of warrior and be important and feel powerful in some way, that he's made up some sort of weird scenario where he's fighting against the forces of evil. I don't know. Maybe his life is just a bit sad and boring, and so he's just trying to find a way of being that Mr. and Mrs. Smith or something like that. Or what's the one where Arnold Schwarzenegger and his wife doesn't know that he's a secret spy and thinks he just does a boring job all the time. True Lies or something like that. I think he thinks he's like the lead character of True Lies.
In mind from the distorted, sexual, habits. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
So the thing is that again, I think you did a great job. I think you're being stuck a little bit.
Oh yeah, Lindsay Bowes just popped the link in the chat. So the Rocket Lab's bridging the Swarm launch from Miana Peninsula, New Zealand. 20 minutes to launch. Cool. Anybody's I'm gonna be getting off here in a minute, so if you want to check that out, then by all means, I'll keep it in there. So
just like kind of all of us, when we find something out and then we don't have the means to go deeper, so all we can do is try to reproduce that again. But it takes time. It takes time. It takes money. It takes effort, and thank God that you're in a situation where you can do that.
I've recorded Sirius twice. I've recorded Capella. It looks the same as Sirius. I've recorded like 10, 12 stars, man, not just one.
So that's good. That's good. And again,
so have I, and none of my recordings look even remotely close to Mikey's. Not even close. Well, no, I lie. There was one that I did of it ended up being Jupiter. I thought it was something else, and I was using a Galaxy S20 FE, and I was using my refractor telescope, so I had it on a cell phone mount. I just was first getting into trying to do astrophotography because my wife bought me this I think a Solarmark telescope refractor. It's a 70 by 700 focal length, and just tempting, the whole, like, whatever key width of the eyepieces. Eyepieces are decent. They're glossy ones. They're actually not too bad. Um, the telescope optics itself are, it's an entry level, telescope. It's okay. And I was obviously just trying to do it with my cell phone, and I had quite a bit of chromatic aberration of Jupiter and stuff like that. Jupiter overexposed to hell, using a phone, having no idea what you're doing, just trying, just sticking up there, hoping for the best. Pretty much what Mikey's been doing for the last freaking 10 years without trying to improve. I quickly realized that, it wasn't right and I was wrong and stuff like that. But it did have like all different colors and stuff. Didn't look like that. It was round and overexposed, but it had the colors all separated and shit like that. So but I see, I quickly realized that that wasn't right. And then I figured out how to stop that, how to fix that so that it can get what was the images and true how they were. And one of the ways is, like I said, I did get a telescope which has superior optics, and even then I know that I can still do better and get better. So that's the plan here, is to continue getting better. And unfortunately Mikey refuses to do that.
The thing is that, first of all, you don't do that for too long. It's like about 3 years, like something like 3 years, right?
Yeah.
So I think you've done the biggest part is to bring the attention on the fact that there are stars. The stars are maybe not the way we think they are, and that's it. And that's why they're trying to fight. These people. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what proves that there is more and more flat earthers in the world? Because there are more and more channels that are anti-flat earthers. They are proving that there are more and more.
There's less and less flat earth. There's people that are exiting, leaving. In fact, even on YouTube, it's harder and harder to find flat earthers. And if you go on TikTok, where I first started, all you're seeing is just the same flat earthers, just rinse, repeat. They're going around. Usually, and they're getting so toxic. People who even come in and may question stuff, see how toxic and foul the flat earthers are, show that they can't back up any of their claims, and then you show people like me and other people that do this, that they sit there and they show calmly the evidence, this and that, and we prove, this is how we test this and that, and we're and it's becomes quite clear. He's showing us kitty, which I will admit, his cat's name is Rakia. That's a very pretty name for a cat. I like that name. If I had a female cat, I would I might, I've got one, I might end up robbing that, because I do like that name. It's a nice name for a cat, Rakia. My cat is a male, and his name is Salem, because my wife's, we thought it was cool being a mostly black cat. So. And my wife liked Sabrina and the Teenage Witch growing up. So.
More, flat earthers, because if not, they wouldn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very simple. So.
All right, I'm gonna leave that up there. Oh crap! I didn't actually switch over, did I?
What can I tell you?
I didn't switch over. All right. Let's do that. Okay. Well, it's just past 1 a.m. here, and I'm gonna probably call it. I got stuff to do tomorrow. A weekday, so no rest for the wicked. But yeah, so I'll pick this up. I'll leave it here. We are, what are we at? What, 140 left. So I'm almost halfway through this. I think his stream, this ended up being what, a 3-hour stream. So 3-hour and 2-minute stream. Then I'm at 1 hour 40 minutes. So just past halfway-ish, or about halfway. And yeah, we'll keep it at that there. But yeah, always fun. Nice to see at least Mikey Smith. He's he hasn't lost his vigor, has he? He's he's still continuing on. I don't know why he's continuing on with his CSA thing, but he's gonna get himself in a lot more trouble. I mean, more like financial. He doesn't have a leg to stand on. Everything he's gonna send to the judge. I don't know which judge he's gonna send it to, because if he sends it to this judge that's involved in this, then his price is gonna be hitting the dead wall. He shows up with an hour left. Yeah, I was looking at that. So he must show up around. Oh yeah, there's Dapper there. Yeah, I was skimming through a little bit, 115. So he shows up around. There's Dapper there. Where's 102? There's Dapper there. Dapper. And 23. The preview's not showing me here, so there it is. It shows up with 1 hour 20 minutes left in it. So yeah, I'm at 1 hour 40. So we'll go with that. All right, so that'll be a good one for Sunday. So we'll jump on that on Sunday. All right, folks. Thanks for coming, everybody. It's been fantastic to see you. Love to see everybody in the chat. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you haven't hit the like on the way out. Share this out. If you're watching the restream, then comment down below. Let me know what you think. Nice to see that Mikey's back. At least he's doing his thing still. And yeah, and obviously Sound, Flyers, Reconnaissance is still trying to be relevant in some way, but he's just still derping out as he always does. Fantastic. Well, I appreciate that. Remember, people, Earth's definitely a globe. Space is real. Stars are what we say they are. But don't forget, stay curious. And thanks for coming. See you again.
NASA lies, yeah, that's what I say. Don't have proof of facts in any way. I claim the moon's made of plasma, a place no one can go. The Apollo program's a scam, I can't back it up though. They talk about the ISS is floating in space. You ask me in a pool, I'd say is the case. Satelloons in the sky held up by helium balloons. But bro, that's just a lie, cause that's what all bitches do. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC2 when he shows me proof. The firmament is real, a dome up above, but I'll never prove it, so lost that I'm dumb. I know the world is flat, trust your sense of sight. Saying gravity's just a theory is why I'm up at night. NASA is phony like a show or movie, fake like some stage. Truman Show, child's play, it's just but suck at this game. Because I'm just a dick with only my stupid self to blame. But I'm so fucking sure that the earth is flat, based on how I feel with my pop-up flare. Swear my blind faith is what keeps it real. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC2 when he shows me proof. Asking the wrong questions, my beliefs are all faith-based. I can't see the fucking answers right in front of my face. Stanley Kubrick is mentioned every single goddamn time. Somehow he filmed it without nobody dropping a dime. The firmament is a dome, it keeps water in the sky. But when you ask me to prove it, I can't know why. NASA in Hebrew, it means to lie or deceive. My first priest told me and blindly I believe. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC2 when he shows me proof. Spreading misinformation and lies willfully so proud. Like Nathan Thompson yelling at strangers so loud. NASA's lies, people, space is fake and Earth isn't round. Oh shit, the fathers and husbands stop me into the ground.
Asking the wrong questions, my beliefs are all faith-based. I can't see the fucking answers right in front of my face. Stanley Kubrick is mentioned every single goddamn time. Somehow he filmed it without nobody dropping a dime.
The firmament is a dome, it keeps water in the sky. But when you ask me to prove it, I me proof. Spreading misinformation and lies won't believe so proud. Like Nathan Thompson yelling at strangers so loud. NASA's lies, people's space is fake and Earth isn't loud. Oh shit, the fathers and husbands stop me into the crowd.